football. The Sunday edition. I'm Gabi Ofe, and we are here with all the Jews from the major European leagues. This is your home for all the updates from the various leagues: the English Premier League, the Serie A, Spanish La Liga, the French Liga. If there's time, we'll also take you to Saudi Arabia, talk about the Saudi Pro League. I'm sure the local folks will also be wondering. Maybe talk about a bit of the Goalkeeper top 4. Yeah. Do join us on all our social media platforms on YouTube at Citi Sports GHA, on Channel 1 TV on YouTube as well. And also, you can join us by sending your thoughts on the WhatsApp line 0549 986 996. Just in case you're not social media friendly and you just want to make things a bit simple for you, just sending your thoughts on 0549 986 996. We're on up until 5 p.m. Later in the course of the show, we'll activate the phone lines. Then you can also call us and share your thoughts. You can call us on 0539 986 996. So just write the numbers down. Do not call now. 0539 986 996. When it's time for you to talk on the show, say yes. I'm Gabi Ofe. You can find me on X at Gabi Milito 7. Well, with the English Premier League started on Friday at the London Stadium, West Ham United, they put up an atrocious performance against Chelsea, but the Blues won't care. Took advantage of it and beat the Hammers by 5-1. On Saturday, we had 5 games in action, and out of the 5 games, we had 11 goals from the 5 venues. Every team that played at home won its game, except Manchester City. But let's take you to the Etihad Stadium, just catch a feel of what happened.
High by Porro. Good flick on Richarlison, giving the benefit of the doubt. Johnson is in the middle waiting to score. But the flag has gone up, so they just need time to check. What a pass this was from Richarlison. The finish is excellent from Brennan Johnson. Is the goal good? Yes, it is. Spurs lead at the Etihad, and it is Johnson again. 2 goals for Richarlison last week, provided this week in Udine a week and a half ago. Oh, it's a crazy pass from Trafford, and Richarlison can't get his shot away, but João Palhinha does. First league start for Spurs, and he scores at the home of Manchester City.
Well, Tottenham Hotspur became the first side to score 2+ goals in 5 consecutive top flight away games against Manchester City since Sunderland in 1980-2000. You know, Spurs actually love playing Manchester City. And it was also the 6th time under Pep Guardiola that City have trailed the Premier League home game by 2 or more goals at half-time. The Spurs now responsible for half of those occasions, so 3 out of 6 in those games. Now let's get a thought of Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola after losing to Spurs.
Pep, a disappointing result for your team today. What did you make of their performance?
I had a feeling it was a little bit better than the result, so we started well. We conceded a goal like could happen, but the simple things, I miss the simple things with the ball. We lost with the quality they have, that individually our simple things with the ball, we miss it, and that's why of course they can transition, and after of course score the second in the edge of the first half was difficult. We need 1 goal. We had the chances, and the penalty don't given from Oscar, and after the chance from Erling and Ryan, and we have chances at the end, of course some transitions of them, so, and we didn't read much well, so it's my marking and pressing that we knew it from because Thomas has do it and happen. We have to attract and play in different way that we played. But in the final third was really good. We don't concede. We control the transitions. And yeah, the result is not good, but it's a long way, and we will learn from that.
Did you feel like you had a lot of control of the game before they scored, and then why was it so difficult to get that back?
It happens sometimes. All the time when sports happen, so they punish us always in that position. Can happen on action, but they don't do anything. But even with that, before the goal and after the goal, it was slippery and many times, and the simple things, the passes, we didn't break and we didn't make, I would say, our build-up. They were so narrow, put the ball more outside, and from there try to make the actions. But yeah, we will read, because many teams today is a lot of pressing, high pressing. You have to read for that.
Was it a big difference facing Thomas Frank's Spurs side to the Spurs of last season?
It's the beginning of the game, so I'm not going to say now it's Thomas is better than Anjo, Anjo is better than Thomas. So it's a question of the Spurs. So for me, Spurs always have been a good team, and last season was, and this season again.
Aït-Nouri had to come off injured in the first half. Is that anything serious?
I don't know. I didn't speak with the doctors yet.
There's just over a week left of this transfer window, and I know you've been asked a lot about your squad size. Obviously, the bigger it is, the more options you have, but it means having to leave players at home. So what's more important, having those options or keeping your squad happy?
There are balance, so the players don't play for a long time. It's not good, but you have to have enough players to play every 3-4 days in this demanding league. So we will see. We have a long week with the club. We talk with the players, agents, and we'll see.
Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola speaking after the 2-0 defeat to Spurs. It was his 10th career defeat against Spurs. The joint most he's actually suffered against any opponents level with Liverpool. On the winning side, let's take a listen to that's Tottenham Hotspur boss Thomas Frank.
Hi Thomas.
Well done, boss. Hey, good to see you.
Thank you for coming out to join us, Thomas, and congratulations. Just tell us what makes you the most proud after that performance.
Now, I think this is one of the most difficult places to go to in the Premier League. A City side that need to bounce back from last season. You can see they came with everything. And I think before our goal, I think without them dominating us, they were more on top overall in the game. But we stayed in it. We're solid, top mentality. And you know, there will be games like this. We also early days. And no, not even if we're early days. Let's say in 3 years' time we are fantastic. You know, it's still tough in games to come here, for example. And then after the 1-0 goal, I think actually we were more or less the better side. And I'm very impressed at how we stepped up second half. And there were some big moments where we could have killed the game off.
I was going to ask about that second half as well, because you said it's early days, but have we already seen sort of a little evolution and lessons learned after what happened in the PSG game, the way you managed that second half?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things. I think this is also 10 days later, so it's not only the learning from that game, also the learning from that game, but I think especially the high pressure was consistently good second half, and they struggled to get out of that. And that I'm very happy with.
Thomas, can I say, sorry, that fantastic performance first and foremost, and a great result. For you coming into Spurs, it's an unusual time to come into a club because such a difficult season in the league, but they won a trophy. So what did you find when you walked into the room in terms of like the confidence and the mentality of the players?
I think I found actually a very strong mentality in the players. It was a group of players that's been, you know, through a tough season, ending on a high. But I think that those tough moments have, you know, pulled them even closer together. So great mentality in many ways, and then we had to build on that.
Yeah, have you noticed more scrutiny? It's obviously it's a huge club, Tottenham, and there's all the eyes are on you now, and there's expectations. Have you noticed that's ramped up from your previous clubs?
I would say, of course, I'm aware of it, but I'm not on social media.
Yeah.
I'm very rarely.
Good choice.
Yeah, thank you.
Wise man.
I'm very, because of what you just said there.
Yeah.
I don't think it does any good to anyone, in my opinion. Secondly, I read very, very little in the media.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't give me any good. Half of it is, I can't swear, so half of it is wrong, and half of it is just, clickbait.
Yeah.
So I doesn't read too much, and I think how can I say, I love football, but the other bit, I don't care.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thomas, you're obviously really big on set pieces, and one thing I picked up on is how aggressive you were from their goal kicks, but also the detail from your goal kicks, which actually led to both goals. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Thank you.
Is that not true?
Yeah, I think definitely big on set piece, and I agree. On our goal kick, we tried to play out, and think that was quite successful at times. But the big thing is how we press from a goal kick, and how that's also linked to the high pressure. And as you can see, we go man-man, and that's big for us.
All right, so that's Spurs boss Thomas Frank speaking after the 2-0 win for Manchester City yesterday. Well, the Vitality Bournemouth beat Wolves by 1-0. At the G-Tech, Brentford were 1-0 winners of Aston Villa. Burnley also beat Sunderland by 2-0. And then at the Emirates, this also happened.
Ranieri, he runs into Gruev. Arsenal though quick to win it back. Timber. There's Bukayo Saka. Saka! He smashes it home just before the break. And Arsenal well and truly in control now. As the
and an Arsenal player you're going to lose out. And they're losing out time and time again. Yes, it's scruffy afterwards and the ball's pinging about, bouncing up, maybe hitting someone's arm or into their body. But they are horrible to play against when it's like this, and they don't get their reward time and time again.
Well, VAR are just having a check of this for a potential handball. Dowman the target. Dowman goes down. Referee has a think. Penalty. Max Dowman does make an impact and wins a penalty for Arsenal. Victor Gyökeres! A cannon of a shot with a cannon on his chest.
Arsenal, Victor Gyökeres, the brace. Charlie, the Arsenal fans here, and I didn't score them for do something. We'll get to that later. Well, but let's take a listen to Victor Gyökeres. He was part of the goal scorers. In fact, he scored 2 goals for Arsenal in that 5-0 win over Leeds.
How would you describe your emotions right now?
Yeah, of course, I'm really happy with the result, and yeah, of course, it was very nice to score 2 goals as well.
Well, you say very nice, but I mean, would you go a little bit further than that? Because it does feel like there's been a lot of pressure building on you.
Yeah, I think it's always pressure, but yeah, I know I'll take my chances sooner or later, and yeah, today I took 2 of them, and yeah, we won 5-0, so it was a great day.
Victor, Theo Walcott here. I just wanted to ask you, everyone will speak about your goals, and I love the celebration and all that, but how important was it for you tonight to get 90 minutes under your belt in the Premier League for the first time?
Yeah, of course. It was a short pre-season for me. And not too many weeks training, and then of course didn't play any 90 minutes during the preseason. So yeah, it was important for me to get 90 minutes and to get the rhythm, and of course to get to know the team even more during this game. So yeah, I felt more comfortable in how we're playing, and yeah, I think you could see that as well.
Alright, so that's Arsenal striker Victor Gyökeres speaking there after Arsenal trashed Leeds United by 5-0 yesterday. Now listen to this, the Gunners have now scored 33 goals from corners in the Premier League since the beginning of the 2024-2025 campaign. At least 13 more than any other team, Liverpool. Just the only other team. Well, let's take it to the Serie A. Genoa played out a goalless draw with Lecce. Sassuolo also lost to Napoli by 2-1.
Politano teasing it in for McTominay. How many times did we see that last season? A new campaign, but the same old Napoli. The most valuable player, after just a quarter of an hour, opens his account. De Bruyne bends it in, and it's gone all the way in. It's a debut goal for Napoli's new superstar, Kevin De Bruyne. Turati had to wait, he couldn't gamble on the ball flight, and in the end it's the curl which takes it into the corner.
That's more like it. Scott McTominay, Kevin De Bruyne, both from Manchester. One from Manchester United and the other from Manchester City. Hey, Charlie. AC Milan, they lost to Cremonese by 2-1. AS Roma also beat Bologna by 1-0. Just a quick run through the games from Spain. Mallorca played out a 1-0 draw with Celta Vigo. Atletico Madrid also played out a 1-0 draw with Elche. And then the Barcelona, where they beat Levante by 3-1. And of course, you expect that Lamine Yamal, 3-2, sorry. Lamine Yamal will be in the thick of things for Barca. Well, let me welcome the guys. I've got Coach Christopher Nimley in studio with me, Bernard Abeku, Kelvin Edem Kai, and Sedinam Edmond. It's a packed studio. Charlie, too hot. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you. I don't remember the last time since you admitted your new look.
Admitted what?
No, I mean you were struggling.
Why are you doing this?
No, I have to acknowledge to the listeners that at least and to the viewers that finally this is the first time you are hosting me.
So you have to do this.
Since you admitted that now you are now the Lord is my Baba. So I need to get people to understand that point.
No, I think Gavi always accepted it.
No.
Yeah, I've never denied it.
Gavi never denied it.
You never denied it. He knows what I'm talking about. You understand? So like I'm saying,
goodness.
This is the first time he's hosting me after admitting to the Lord's Baba. And you are blessed, to be extremely honest with you. You are fantastically blessed. Because this haircut,
what's this right now?
The breeze is closer to your brain.
Coach, your microphone is off. Are you done?
No, he said it is nice to have you.
I mean,
but did you have to start from the sea? Are the sweat safe? Charlie, they see the work.
Are closer to the breeze.
Coach,
or the breeze is closer. Look at me. You have to
Charlie,
pass through my
the work.
I
just sweat to like almost you. I just sweat.
Let me add some more spice to this whole hair issue.
That's right.
Please, let's advise our brother that he should stop looking for Ikuto online. Charlie, you take up the thing.
But then, if I know use Ikuto, what I go use?
But you take online.
I don't know what said. I don't know what he said. I have no idea what he's talking about.
He was on X. Hailing an Inkuto brand.
Guys, see, if I allow you people to continue, we won't do the show.
To the day that Yao Minta to host me, and then I'll give him his accolades as well.
Oh my goodness.
Charlie, it's a beautiful day.
You've attended the mic, so
did you go to church today?
Oh yeah, you know I'm an usher. I'm an usher. Coach, which are the Methodists?
You're from Methodist. We are what deal.
No, you're Ebenezer, right?
Which one do you
Bethany?
Bethany. Okay.
That's the name of the church.
No, that's Bethany Methodist Church. It's
a branch at Jolu.
Okay. He just kept that.
Because I know that.
I know the church, but he's got Bethany Methodist Church.
No, he's not a regular. So
the question is
No. You see, I'm just trying to get people to understand that on Sundays like this, if you're a Christian like I am, it's better you go to church. I was in church, ICGC, I was at Heaven Gates Temple, and my pastor my father, the man of God, Reverend Pastor Richmond Abekanse. I mean, today's sermon was absolutely brilliant. He spoke about leadership. And everybody is an appointed leader. When the time comes and you are appointed as a leader, know that it's for a period of time. Once it is by appointment, look, every leadership position is by appointment.
You have to preach today, man.
Every leadership is by appointment.
Let's move it on. Let me just
now you are seated in that position as the leader of the team.
Allow me to move
and you are it is by appointment.
Preach, Rabbi, preach.
Don't sweat. Accept the appointment and let's go on.
That's right.
Thank you, Skipper. Move on.
I don't even know what to say.
What's on the table today? So we have Crystal Palace currently taking on Nottingham Forest. It's 1-0 draw. And Everton's new home ground currently taking on Brighton and Hove Albion. Everton have taken the Hill Dixon Stadium.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful edifice.
The Hill Dixon Stadium.
Hill Dixon.
So it's Everton to
Hill Dixon.
Yes, Hill Dixon Stadium.
Fancy for the what? But Dixon. It's a Dixon.
Brighton 0. And I mean, Everton got their first goal through in Jai Iliman, the Senegalese.
Wow.
Assisted by Jack Grealish.
Wow.
A second from. Also another assist from Jack Grealish.
Hey, Mr. Jack.
And James Garner getting the second. So it's a good start for Everton at their new home ground. And coach, guess what? The last player to also score for Everton at their old grounds, that's the Goodison Park, was the Senegalese also.
Wow, then the man is blessed.
So in terms of like the professional football, they talk because we've had they played some games there to test the facility en route to the new season starting. There was a chap from Ghana who scored there.
Okay.
But in terms of the professional football, the EPO, if you want to put it, is in DI, who is the first player to score at this home ground.
Yeah.
Just quick thoughts. I mean, David Moyes is their head coach. He's been, before the season started, he spoke quite a lot about not too happy with the start of the league. I'm not sure what that was. I was looking forward to that explanation, but I checked out their signings. I thought that they've brought in some, I don't want to say decent or above decent, but I thought they brought in some players to beef up or to up the squad they had initially. That's the old season into the new season. Jack Grealish is one of them. What are your thoughts on Everton though?
I think the day they appointed Moyes, you remember we did the program here when they had to sack Sean Dykes. It was very clear that they had gone for an experienced manager, a manager who clearly understands the dynamics of the EPL, a manager who is, apart from his staying as coach of Manchester United in this league, I think every team he's coached, he's left a proper legacy. He came to coach a team like Manchester, and he felt that he needed to do things differently. And shockingly to all of us, he was given the opportunity to coach the then reigning champions, the best team in the land, and he just couldn't handle it. But whenever he's put in positions like this, where without a doubt he understands there's no too much expectation, where he has to not go out there and be beautiful and be expansive week in, week out, result oriented. You see, when you are coaching Manchester United, you don't only have to go in there and be result oriented. You need to play good football as well. He couldn't do that, and that was it. But I think his appointment was brilliant. He's grown. He's one of the experienced coaches in the league.
Moyes?
Yes, of course. He's been there. He's been there for several years.
I saw these tweets from the Western folks, and they say, "Careful what you wish for."
Exactly.
So they're actually regretting letting Moyes leave.
Exactly.
What's the name? Mr. Porter.
They brought Lopetegui from Lopetegui to Porter ball too has never been significant. Has never been very clear and distinct in his in the way he wants his team to play. So Everton, look, by appointing Moyes, it guarantees them security in the league. See, fundamentally, for teams like Everton, they are the traditional team of this league, and so that is why anytime a team like Leeds United comes to the EPA and get relegated, I'm not happy, because they are one of the traditional teams of the league, and they have to do everything practically possible to stay. So if you possible. Your security. Movement.
So what you think the transfer has gotten?
Of course, that's gotten. Do you know what? This is the last week of the transfer.
Opinion. Maybe you guys can hold different opinions. In the last 2 years, they've been able. To assemble, I think, one of the best talents. I'm looking at from, let me say, Moises Caicedo's time, Kukureya, and all these players. But they've not been able to replace them with.
Let me tell you something.
That same level of quality we saw with those.
You see,
players.
Caicedo. You should have been a Manchester United player. You know that. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
I thought Liverpool.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer turned down the opportunity to pay £6 million for Caicedo. Caicedo is now playing for Chelsea, one of the best in his position.
Yeah,
best in the
he's
business.
a world champion.
You cannot take it away from him.
Okay.
In his position, he's one of the best. Who is the next thing? Is Carlos Nunkwamo Baleba. Baleba. I've said this countless times.
Yeah. If the way coach perfects the middle name,
I mean, he's water. He's the giver of life. Water is life. I've said this several times. He's a fantastic player. If you allow 34-year-old, 35-year-old Drissa Gana Gueye, he cannot bully Baleba. Gana Gueye is having a field day today in the game. Look, he's just manhandling all the Brighton midfielders. Everton are cruising. I mean, they are cruising. 2-0. They are cruising.
How many minutes done now? 73.
73. 2-0. They are cruising. The next goal is very important. That Brighton will have to find that next goal. But look, I'll be shocked with David Moyes' experience in the EPL and the way he's known to protect leads over the years. I'll be shocked if Brighton can find a way through. There's always a defensive line cover.
And it's something that surprised me about Brighton lately. Like. And Graham Potter, funny enough, when Potter was there, their team was noted for being a good defensive unit. Then now Potter leaves and his teams can't defend for anything, and Brighton too seems to be going backwards when it comes to keeping goals out. It's just a funny observation, because I thought Potter's Brighton team was pretty hard to break down, but now I've not seen that in his other team since he left Brighton.
I actually don't see Fabian Hessler as tactically flexible. I don't know if you guys said he.
Well,
I find him very expansive most times.
Look, that's the sort of manager he is.
Okay.
So he needs players that will allow him, like every other manager, to play that expansive football. And the point I'm making is that any manager who is very, very expansive, you need to have a solid midfield. Because 80% of the game is concentrated there. So as you want to entertain, as you want to be overly expressive, when your midfield is not what it should be, it's going to be a worry. This man, look at the way he's looking on the touchline. Very disturbed. Very, very disturbed. Because the one that he's counting on is telling you per his body language, I don't want to be here. Just take the money. There's 7 days you can go and replace. How long did it take them to replace Caicedo? 2 days. They collect the money in 2 days time, they brought Baleba. We just said, take the money 1 day time. We can lead you to even replace whoever you want. You understand the point I'm making? But having said that, I think Everton are solid defensively.
Yeah, that's true.
They've done so well. Watch them. Mitoma and Co. Look, there's a proper defensive line cover. You see, proper. Is that a penalty?
Well, I think the ball went into his face.
I think that's a penalty. He's given it.
Yeah.
Oh, but VAR would have to come.
So
come
yeah,
to
there's a
He's
review
given it.
from VAR to see.
Let's look at it.
Was that a touch?
I was thinking the ball
Yeah,
went.
that's coach's favorite player.
Yeah.
Dewsbury Hall. Because Zuku.
Come on, champion midfield.
So while we're waiting, let me just give our viewers, our listeners, a quick update, or
penalty.
just bring them up to.
Is a penalty?
Is a penalty?
That will be given if it's reviewed, because
it will be hard, but it would definitely be given because his hand was out
Let me
of.
see.
Okay.
It was out of.
They're not showing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not in
so
a natural position.
Not in a natural position.
No, but the way they are showing it, you can't even see it clearly. I think they've given it.
Yeah.
the
So
most
it's,
probably will give it. It's
Well,
Are they asking him to go and have a look at it?
Let me bring up to speed our listeners the starting 11 for Brighton. So they started with Pickford in post. Ghana, there is Michael Keane partnering James Tarkowski, O'Brien, Idrissa Gana Gay, and also Oria Bunam. There is Ndiaye, Dewsbury, Grealish, and Barry leading the attack for Everton. Well, for Brighton and Hove Albion, they've got Verbruggen in post. The back four of Weaver, Van Herky, Dunk, and De Kuyper, Ayari, Baleba, Yakuba Minte, O'Reilly, Mitoma, and Danny Welbeck. So that's it. So it's a penalty for Brighton, 76 minutes. Everton with a 2-goal lead. And Brighton. Teddy, you were talking about... I was asking you about the... Ndiaye. Yeah. What are your thoughts about him, though?
He missed the penalty.
Okay. Now, wait, before we get to that, we need to talk about Welbeck.
What?
Like,
before that, there was a chance for
don't do that to Nick Babu.
No. Nick
this
Babu
is
did
not
not come
about
for this summer. So look at this.
What's that?
Look at this.
That's a really weak penalty.
What? He's not a serious player.
That's a
How old
really
is Danny
weak
Welbeck
penalty.
now?
Welbeck is 36, 37.
No wonder. I mean, the appetite is gone. What?
Oh no, I don't. That's unfair.
No, but you are down 2-0.
Yeah, I mean,
70-something minutes. Is that the way to play a penalty?
that's definitely an abysmal penalty.
Very, very bad.
I don't think we can write off all his good work because of this bad.
Ben will tell you that if you put him in that position, you do better.
36 years, what do you expect?
He's 34 actually.
I mean, the truth is,
35.
like you're saying, I mean, crunch time 2-0, put me up at the spot. Come on. I'm money from the penalty spot. I'm surprised Danny Welbeck has missed that penalty, but I feel like generally Brighton have a lot of questions to answer this season. I heard Fabian Hezela speak a couple of times before the campaign started about how he isn't too worried about losing big names or continuing to lose players, and this is the type of test that they will have to endure. If you are down 2-0 to Everton on match day 2 already and you are missing penalties, I don't want to preempt anything that's going to happen, but I always say that as much as the season properly starts, let's say around game week 10, look, there will be signs. If you have championship DNA in your system, there will be signs.
Yeah.
If you have
like Leeds United,
if you have relegation symptoms in your system, there will be signs. If you have symptoms of instability in your team, there will be signs. So I am a little skeptical about Brighton. I think they've lost a lot of quality. A lot of the money they spent on players last season, those guys didn't wow anybody. They didn't take the team to the next level, and that's what you want your team to be able to do when you spend big money, especially when you're at Brighton. I've been on a tirade in the last 2 weeks about how mid-level teams in the Premier League are continuously spending money on players who are not giving them results. So Brighton will need their big signings to give them results, i.e. Yankuba Minte in your shot. Yeah. He showed glimpses of what he could do last season, but they will need more than glimpses. And then you can talk about the lefty central midfielder. I've forgotten his name. I think his name is O'Neill or O'Brien. O'Reilly. Good. O'Reilly. Big money signing, over 25 million, I believe, from the Scottish Premier League. So he will have to show them something. I mean, I'm not going to judge you purely on your goals and assists because you're a central midfielder, but you are going to have to stamp your authority on the game, and I'm not seeing that from them so far. It looks like Everton will see this one home and dry, and that is typical David Moyes. Stability at its peak, i.e. some team felt like they were better than David Moyes and they could do better than David Moyes, and we are seeing what it is looking like to begin the campaign. They are one of the teams I'm talking about. There will be signs. So just as a way of
it will be very, very funny, right, to go back to the championship when you started the season at your new home ground. Well, just someone would say, like, your first day in a new school, you would probably want to start. I just saw this stat about teams who moved from their old grounds to their new grounds, how they struggle. Spurs were in that conversation, Sunderland, Everton were there, and a few other teams though who moved from their old grounds, and they actually struggled to put up the kind of form we saw, I mean, in their their previous grounds. I just hope that that's Everton changed that narrative. But elsewhere at the Selhurst Park is 80 minutes played. Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest also 1. And let me just bring viewers up to speed with the lineup for those two teams. For Palace, they start with Henderson in post, a back three of Gehi, Lacroix, Richards, and midfield four of Mitchell, Hughes, Watson, front three of Devini, Jean-Philippe Mateta, and Ismail Assar. Assar actually got a goal for Palace. For Nottingham Forest, Marcels is in post, Ola Aina, Milenkovic, Murillo, Nico Williams playing as the left back today, Anderson, Sangari, Ndoye, Morgan Gibbs White, Callum Hudson-Odoi, he scored a goal for Forest, and there's Chris Wood leading the attack for Forest. Adam, there's been this, over the weekend, I think someone on Friday or Thursday, we saw this back and forth with the Forest owner, Evangelist Marinakis, and also the coach, Nuno Espirito Santo. Marinakis saying all sorts of things about how he fancies Postecoglou's style of play. And Nuno comes to press conference. He was asked that question, tried to be a bit diplomatic and that kind of stuff. Were you surprised with that, especially on the back of what Forest had done in the previous season?
I don't think they ended their relationship in the best place the previous season. I don't know if you quite remember. I think their last game of the season, Marinakis came onto the pitch.
The one they bought to the Champions League.
Yeah, and he was openly upset about something. He didn't go into details of the conversation when he was asked about it, but it's very clear that the attention's there and everything is not smooth when it comes to their relationship. He did say that as compared to last season, when I listened to his interview prior to this game, he did say that as compared to last season, if he and the owner were speaking every day to every other day, is drastically reduced. So their relationship is definitely in the same place. And if the manager has come out and is openly saying something like that, I feel like Nketiah said in his previous submission, there will be signs. There's no smoke without fire. Yeah. If signs like that are coming, then maybe the owners are considering replacing him, and he too is just. I feel like he's just going ahead of what the owners are rumored to be planning on doing. Because there are rumors out there that they are seeking to replace him with Postecoglou. So if you replace me, I might as well just oust myself. So I think that's what he was doing. But let's see how that develops. I think it would be too premature to let Nuno go. I think he did a great job last season. They were just a bit unfortunate not to make it into the Champions League. But I can understand where the owner comes from. When you make investments like that, sometimes you want to see the returns on those investments. If you qualify for the Champions League, there's a lot of money that comes with it, and it kind of balances out those monies you spend on the squad. So I can understand the owner there, but I feel like he should have a bit of patience with Nuno. Nuno is a fantastic coach, and with the kind of players that Forest have now, if you bring a manager like Postecoglou, you pretty much have to change the dynamics of the team, and that means letting a lot of players go and bring in champagne football. Yeah, and trust me, I don't think the Forest fans are ready for that kind of roller coaster. If you have a coach like Ange, I'm sure they are used to the stability they have. They can get 2 goals and they know that they'll see it out to the end of the game. They can go to some grounds where they normally won't get points and pick a draw, or even sneak a win like they did at Anfield last season. So I think they should just be a bit patient with Nuno.
Well, you can join the conversation via the WhatsApp line 0549969996. You're also live on YouTube, Citi Sports JHA Channel 1 TV as well, and live on TV on Channel 1 TV. I'm Gabi in studio with Coach Christopher Nimley, Benjamin Nketia, Sedinam Edmond, Kelvin Edem Kai. It's match day 2, just trying to break down what's happening in the English Premier League match day 2. For Palace, if it ends this way, it means they're still in search for their first 3 points because they played out a goalless draw with Chelsea. And for on the part of Forest, they'll also be looking to start really well after that finished from last season. So let's see what happens. Then let me take you to the other game where just about 85 minutes, still Everton leading that game between Everton and Brighton and Hove Albion. It's Everton 2, Brighton 0. And Seti, yeah, you were talking about Elimani Diaya. I've just seen this beautiful stats. I mean, just like we said, I asked Coach that question. The last goal he scored at the Goodison Park, and also the first ever competitive at Everton's new home grounds. Most duels won 6, most successful take-ons 3, most fouls won 2, most shots on target 2, most goals 1. I mean, just at the that grounds. I look at Everton's squad. I think he's together with some other players. Idrissa Gana Gueye. These are some of the players that Moyes would rely on them this season if they want to stay afloat in the Premier League. What are your thoughts about the Senegalese?
Well, for me, last season he was one of the main reasons why they managed to have that particular run and stayed up in the league, together with the man who has left the club, Dakore.
Yeah.
Both of them actually. Yeah, they held the club down. But now it looks like it's all going to be on him. In this game, when he started, he was playing as sort of a false 9 in a David Moyes system, which for me is strange. Because playing him there would mean you are depriving him of certain qualities that he brings to bear. I understand Moyes wants to also accommodate. I understand Moyes also wants to accommodate the likes of Grealish in the team, but Beto.
Charlie Grealish get assist too. You have to say it.
No. Oh, he has an assist.
Do you see the chance Beto just missed? Do you see the chance Beto just missed? He should question himself.
I was about to get to him and bring him into the conversation that he needs to pick it up.
Was he offside?
No, he was nowhere near offside.
He missed the sin. He was offside.
You see, a player like this needs to step up. Now you don't have what's his name?
Who?
Kelvin. What? I'm forgetting his name.
For Everton.
Yeah, their striker who left. The Englishman who left, I'm just forgetting his name. But Beto actually needs to step up so that you're able now to accommodate
Dominic
Calvert-Lewin.
I think he's gone to where?
He's gone to Leeds.
Yeah.
He left on a free transfer.
Yeah, injury prone. He's going to take that there. We wish him all the best. But Beto needs to step up so that with Beto, Grealish, you've got Barry, and then you've got
Charlie, there's no step up coming again. The guy, I've watched him. This is what his second season.
His second and half season.
Oh, Charlie, there's no stepping up.
No,
but I mean,
striker not Nyadi.
Oh no, but you said that. I think it's a bit harsh.
I'm not being harsh.
Yesterday you said yourself. No, you said yourself.
I know Coach Ubaka.
I understand.
I can't defend him. Let me tell you something.
I can't defend him.
If I'm a scout, right, sporting director, coach, whatever. All I needed to do was see how he handled that short sequence.
And you move away.
Look at that first touch, poor. Extremely clumsy turn, like his waist is clunky, he can't turn properly, and then he just balloons the ball without even raising his head. Everything is just wrong with like the whole sequence, the mechanics, the flow
the
of
movement and everything.
Everything is wrong, and I feel like these are the things I was talking about. If you are an Everton football club, look, Everton was built on shrewd scouting, hard work, and proper, tactical management. That's what David Moyes was famous for in his first season. Look, there are so many legends from his first era at Everton. Phil Jagielka, Leighton Baines. Do you remember Leighton Baines?
Yes.
Dead ball expert. There was
I think he's part of the coaching staff now.
He's the
assistant.
Rooney before he went to Man United.
David Moyes is a fantastic manager. These players were bought before he took over the job again. I have a strong feeling that if Beto continues to go on this trajectory,
he'll be shown the exit.
He'll definitely see the exit. David Moyes will bring in one of his more trusted Irish, Welsh, Scottish players. They might not give you 20 goals a season, but they will be more efficient with chances in front of goal. You look at a guy like Chris Wood, not the most fancy name out there, but look at the stuff he's doing for his team.
That's the most efficient thing.
That's what I'm saying. You need players to be efficient. If you cost 25 million upwards from Udinese and you are Portuguese, bruh, come on, you can't be doing
it. Guys, there's a bit of a breaking news, yeah? I'm sure coach will be on the part of Manchester United. Benjamin Sesko starts on the bench for the second time in a row after United paid what?
No, but what is the problem?
It's £73 million.
No, it's a system coaching thing.
Okay.
He's just had one proper week with the system, so there's no need to panic. He's on the bench, so he can always be given a call.
It's a slow integration.
It's
So you support it from Ruben Amorim.
I support it. Obviously, the position is his. Eventually, it will become his. But what you don't want to do is to throw him out there when he is still struggling to understand the fundamentals, the basics of the system. And then he goes. He's always better when you bring in a new player like that. Because don't forget, you see, he's going to be at the end of the move.
Okay.
So his off-the-ball movement should allow him to go and finish. Okay? Man United's biggest problem is not with playing him, is the fact that they don't have legs in midfield. That is why you see Mason Mount being put in there to complement the midfield.
Okay.
The Fulham game is a very difficult game to navigate. If you go straight with the striker like that from the beginning and you lose hold of the game, it's going to be difficult to come back. Okay? He's virtually told the guys who played against Arsenal that you guys made me very proud. Go and repeat a similar performance.
Okay.
That's the team out there, isn't it?
Yes.
The same style.
I think we should get into it. Just to give us.
Every coach will do that.
Okay.
I would have done that.
Just hold on for me. Let me just bring our viewers up to speed with the starting 11 for that game. It's Fulham taking on Manchester United at the Craven Cottage. So let me see. Okay. So Fulham starts in a 4-2-3-1 formation. There's Ben Leno, a back four of Castagne, Calvin Bassey, Anderson, and Tete. Midfield two of Lukic and Sanderberg. Iwobi, Kin, Sassignon, and Muniz leading the attack. For United, it's a 3-4-2-1. No. Okay. It's supposed to be... Okay, so that's... what's his name? Andrew Onana starting in post for United.
Onana.
Yeah, Onana is back after buying there's shenanigans from...
The look of them,
the look of coach's face doesn't...
Their days are seriously numbered.
Lamens.
Very soon they will be out. Because by tomorrow, Lamens will be announced.
Hold on, let me disrupt you for a second. Today I'm happy that I'm sitting beside my good friend. It's not happening in a very long time. I want to let him know that I remember when you were over the moon over the long range passes
inside, but we don't see those
60 yards.
If 60 yards, what if you are noted for something, you come and you don't do it?
Okay, wait.
He was.
There's an update. Okay. It's actually Binder starting. Onana is on the bench.
Okay.
Onana is on the bench.
Right.
Yeah. So
logically, the coach is sending a message to him.
So Onana is
that Lamens is coming.
So Onana is Sesko starting on the bench.
Yes.
So the starting 11 actually is Binder. He's starting to a back of Euro, Dillet, Luke Shaw, Ahmad, Casemiro, Fernandes, Patrick Dogu, Matthias Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, and Mason Mount.
Yes. So you see. This is what the coach has done. He's virtually stuck with the same team from last week.
But why not Onana? Why after?
Look, sources are saying that
he's falling out.
Ruben, no, he's not falling out. He likes Onana as a good personality to have in the dressing room and all that. But Onana is actually not his type of goalkeeper.
In what sense?
I don't know.
What does Amorim want from the goalkeeper? Somebody comfortable with the feet?
Somebody who's naturally a goalkeeper not necessarily comfortable with his feet.
Okay.
Because if you go to his days at Sporting Lisbon, the goalkeeper there was very good with his feet, but he could play the role of a goalkeeper. You understand that?
Okay.
What is a goalkeeper?
Yeah.
You stop the ball from entering the head.
Yeah, that's it.
Fundamental. Every other thing is an advantage. You understand? Is he happy with the manner in which Onana stops the ball? No. Is he happy with the manner in which Bayende would? No. But at the end of the day, those are the two he's got. He didn't buy them. He came to meet them. And it's been that clear. I need a goalkeeper. United going into this season, or after last season, when Ruben Amorim handed over his report to the technical team, to the board, to everybody, it was clear that I need a goalkeeper, I need a midfielder, I need a striker, and then I need 2 number 10s. As we speak, the striker has been bought, the 2 number 10s have been bought, the goalkeeper most likely by Monday ending or Tuesday will arrive, like we saw of Baleba today. That is the first choice of the manager. Brighton are refusing, so the boy too is not committing.
Yeah.
Look, every player who wants to leave a team, if you follow transfer like I have done, once Baleba is interested in the United move, he will be playing the sort of game we saw him play today. Virtually telling them that let me go, let me go, let me go. It's 7 days away, let me go, let me go. It's 7 days, let me go, let me go. That's exactly what he's doing. Okay?
You've been talking to Baleba every day.
Oh no, but I speak, and you see, if you support a team, you have to get closer to the players.
Yeah, I feel you.
You understand? Why? I said he's Carlos Nkwemo Baleba. I'm a Baleba. You understand? I believe in the man because he gives me what I want to see.
We can give coach a whole shout.
No,
I'm a Baleba.
I'm a Baleba. So if you look at it, you see, the selection.
You are just cracking the listeners out. You should see the messages.
The selection that Ruben has gone with is a huge question he's asking of the guys. If you are not a technical man, you won't see it.
Okay.
You got so much praise in a game
against
you
Arsenal.
lost. Was that a fluke? Or that is actually your true character? Okay, as a coach, I want you guys to prove to me that that is your true character. So go and repeat a similar performance. That is what he has done. And believe you me, anybody who doesn't play well today, that is the end of the person. Anybody who does not play well today, especially those guys he came to meet, that will be your end.
Okay.
Mason Mount is very much aware that in the long term, Sesko comes in, he drops off.
Okay.
So if you are Mason Mount, you will want to give Amorim more headache. You can't drop me. Yes, you brought your number 9 that you said you wanted, but I have a role to play in this team. And Fulham is not an easy place to go.
At all.
What you don't want to do is to let go of the midfield and hand it over to them. They will dominate you and they'll beat you good. So I understand exactly the thinking in the selection.
Okay.
I would have done something similar. If I really wanted to start with Sesko, then I would have benched one of the number 10s, push Bruno forward, and bring in Ugarte.
So between Mbeumo and Cunha?
Yes, I would have benched one of them.
Okay.
Push Bruno forward, bring Ugarte, and then take Sesko as the number 9.
All right.
That is what I would have done. But once he didn't do that, I can understand what he has done.
Okay. Well, that game will kick off at 3:30 at the Craven Cottage. But at the Hill Dixon Stadium is Everton to Dixon. Yeah.
D-I-C-K. Dixon. Abe.
Everton to Brighton 0. Dickinson. At the Selhurst Park is Crystal Palace 1, Forest 1. Let me just do a quick update from the.
But Gabi, just before you, if you look at Nuno Espirito, his body language.
No, this is someone.
You're not too happy with it.
I think he's gone.
No, he's gone.
He's checked out.
He's checked out.
Because that is one thing about him. He believes he's done a very good job. Targets were set for him. He met his target. Yes, it was clear that maybe they could have gone beyond the target.
But his target, he met it.
He overmet his target. Did Forest say they want to get European football at the end of last season?
No, it wasn't part of the target.
In fact, everybody told them to go down.
Yes,
and he's giving it to them.
So,
what's the name of that owner?
Marinakis.
Evangelos
Marinakis. The way he behaved, I've never seen an owner come onto the pitch because your team threw away a 2-goal lead. They just come and set up a scene.
Hold on for me.
So with regards to him coming onto the pitch, there's this theory that he actually came on to attack the referee and was prevented by Nuno rather, because in that game
and then he channeled his frustrations onto Nuno.
Yeah, so in that game this guy burst his intestine. Awoni, he met the goalpost and burst his intestine, so he was furious from that. So it's a whole mix-up, but Marinakis is a different
guy,
especially with how he even handles his second team. Olympiacos is more ruthless than what he's doing with Nottingham Forest. He's been very lenient comparing his style of ownership, what he does there, to where he does. It's very, very lenient.
Because Olympiacos is in his home country. He's Greek.
With that one, he can even sack the players themselves.
That's the Ghana Football Club owner type of behavior. That he's trying
results
to bring
don't
to
come. I jump onto the pitch.
I'm actually surprised that when this campaign started, we didn't hear news of Premier League owners or the various stakeholders in the Premier League legislate to have stricter measures of control or some kind of punitive measures for that type of behavior, because that's completely unacceptable behavior. You cannot go onto the pitch to go and tell the coach what you think and then later try to mask it in a PR glove and tell us that you were going to check on your player who was whatever. We're not buying that. All I'm saying is that this relationship, like you're saying, I think is dead actually. The only reason why Nuno hasn't stepped down is because he probably will lose out on his compensation package. But I think that relationship is gone. I don't know when a manager has gone into a presser and said that he has a frosty relationship with his owner or board and gets a pass. It's just he's a dead man walking, literally. He is waiting for the club to pull the plug so he can take his money and ride off into the sunset. But that would be a shame, because for such a great relationship and for what he did for Nottingham Forest to come to such an end, I think it would be shameful. And you see, that's what I say. Sometimes the difference between success and failure is a very thin line, very small incident. You will be shocked that, I'm not saying it will happen or it has happened, I'm not trying to foresee anything, but if they eventually do lose Nuno, it might eventually spiral a chain of events that leads Nottingham Forest back where they don't want to go. And so I think they just need to be careful about how they handle this. He's a wonderful manager.
If you are thinking about replacing him with
Postecoglou,
that's even making
sense. Says he won champagne football.
Champagne football. There's a prize. There's always a
prize for you.
Always a prize. Yes, the champagne football Barcelona. You see what's always happened to Barcelona. Champagne football.
Well, let me try and read some of the messages and then I'll just run you through the result from the other leagues. This one says Chelsea winning 5-1 and Arsenal winning 5-0 simply means my life is automatically in danger. Chelsea fans will seriously come for my blood like vampires. If United refuses to win this afternoon, I'm dead. In fact, we lose today, I won't go to work tomorrow. Bellyman. This one says,
if I'm the boss, I'll fire you.
No, I understand. If you see,
this one says,
Arsenal have won their game. Then how do you call it?
Chelsea won.
Chelsea won.
United will have to.
It's football.
This one says, I need Coach Nimli's EPL top 4 prediction to the panel. Chelsea and United, which of them have a stronger team for the season? From God's Way, Hamenu at Pasa, OT region, the Republic of Football. Imagine what Arsenal would have achieved if they resolved the Aubameyang issue. Seriously, they have struggled ever since left. Boys are still talking about.
I know what he's getting at, but that ship has sailed.
Yeah, because I find it very true.
I know what he's getting at. Arsenal have had genuine goal scoring issues since he left, but also they've been second multiple times.
And they've actually struggled to replace or get like a striker in that mold.
And Gyökeres is in, so that ship
I can understand him because Aubameyang is back at Man City and he started off on the right foot.
Okay, this one says, good afternoon. Manchester United are the only team left in my sleep. I went through a lot yesterday, even though a Chelsea fan redeemed your image from the first match. Ayuba Halilu from Kaswa. Okay, good afternoon, Champions League. Okay, so please, we have. Let me see. Have you guys? Okay, let's move on to the next. This one says Chelsea winning 5-1. I think I've read his message. Another one says, "Good afternoon. This my people. This is Uche from Kanishi. Be like this Amorim. I think say we go listen to the excuses of last season. I think our coach never learns. How do you play without a striker? So what's the purpose of bringing in Shesko? And our youngsters like Obi might as well look for loan moves elsewhere to get exposure and game time. Buying players were afraid to utilize. What a waste of fun, Charlie. The guy plenty. The guy. United guy frustrating. You can also join us by sending your thoughts on the WhatsApp line 0549 96996. Later, would activate the phone lines and you can call us on 053 96996. We are live on YouTube, Citi Sports JHA Channel 1 TV, and on X and also on Channel 1 TV. You can follow us there. Let me just run you through what's happening in the French Liga. Lorraine, they put 4 passes. Rennes, Le Havre will play Lens at 3:15. Strasbourg take on Nantes at 3:15 same time. Toulouse will take on Brest at the same time, and 6:45 p.m. we'll see Leo taking on Monaco. For the Italian Serie A, there is Cagliari taking on Fiorentina at 4:30. Same time is Como taking on Lazio. 6:45 p.m. we'll see Atalanta taking on Pisa. Juventus are up against Parma. And for the Spanish La Liga, Osasuna are currently taking on Valencia. 3 minutes played already. Real Sociedad will take on Espanyol at 5:30. Same time, Villarreal taking on Girona. And then 7:30 is Real Oviedo taking on Real Madrid in that Spanish La Liga match day 2 from the Spanish La Liga. And so that's it in regards to the Spanish La Liga. Later at 3:30, just some 25 minutes to kick off is what everybody's looking forward to at the Craven Cottage. Fulham taking on Manchester United. Just in case you missed out on the starting 11, let me bring you up to speed once again for who is starting for both teams. For Fulham, it's a 4-2-3-1 formation. Ben Leno is in post. There's a back four of Timothy Castagne, Calvin Bassey, Anderson, and Tete. Midfield 2 of Sunderberg, Lukic. In the front 4 of Iwobi, Kane, Sessegnon, and Rodrigo Muniz. For Manchester United, it's a 3-4-2-1 formation. United buying there, starting again. Lenny Yoro, Matthias de Ligt, and Luke Shaw as a back 3. Amad Diallo, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Patrick Dogu, Brian Mbuemo, and Mason Mount, Matthias Cunha. So that's a front 3 that looks very fluid. It can also change. United are looking for their second win after beating Arsenal. Their first win after losing to Arsenal in that match day 1. And for Fulham, they'll be hoping to also continue that. This should be a really, really good game. On the bench, United have got Diogo Dalot, there's Fredrickson, Haven, Harry Maguire, Kobe Mainu, Andrew Onana, Benjamin Sesko, Ugarte, and Joshua Zexi. On the part of Fulham, they've got Wilson, Traore, Emil Smith Rowe, Robinson, Reed, Lecomte, there's Raul Jimenez, Cuenca, and Kaini for Fulham in that game there. So that's it with the EPL. For United, on the part of Ruben Amorim, there's a worrying start. He suffered 15 Premier League defeats in just 28 games as a Manchester United manager. He's won 7, drawn 6 with Spurs, only the current side to have lost more games than the Red Devils since Amorim's first game in charge, so 17. But last week there was a lot of positivity around United after that last week's display against Arsenal, beating a defeat. People say United were the better side. They should have won that game and that kind of stuff. Sedi, let me bring you in. Coach has said a lot about the starting 11 for Manchester United. Just how soon do you think that Ruben Amorim looks at the stretch of games they have to play and introduces Benjamin Sesko? I say so because zero honeymoon for him. All the strikers that have come in the season have hit the ground running. João Pedro is scoring. Gyökeres yesterday scored for Arsenal. There's no time for Sesko.
I feel that when the coach believes that he's ready, he would welcome or introduce him into the starting berth or starting lineup. But it's not all the strikers who are firing, please. Liam Delap is
but he
jumping
scored.
around.
But he scored?
No, he's jumping around.
No, but has he scored or not?
He has not scored in the EPL.
Fair enough.
He has not scored in the EPL. That needs to be known. But when you talk about Šeško, Šeško has already proven that he's a goal scorer before joining Manchester United.
Okay.
He also actually wanted this particular move. He wanted out of his former club. You have come to a place where you can actually exhibit your talent. The next thing you do, like Coach said, you need to understand the system. This is not like what you were playing at your former place, where you guys eventually end up playing 4-2-2-2-2. This is a different system, and it requires different things from you as a player. And for Šeško, this is a small learning curve that he's going to have to go through. But I think he would come good. With Šeško coming good, it would lead to something else happening in the United team. But for now, we'll leave it there. We know how Amorim sets up. We know that he's going to set up in a certain way. Some players need to fit in some inside forward role.
Okay.
He's got them, the 2 number 10s. Now, what happens to Bruno?
Play closer to the striker.
Yes. What happens to Bruno?
You mean where does he deploy Bruno in this system?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because over the course of the time that he has been at Manchester United, I'm talking about Amorim in this case, anytime he plays Bruno much closer to his own goalpost, we know the ramifications. It doesn't end well. So that means that Manchester United at all costs need some legs in that midfield. If not so, we are going to experience a similar situation where Manchester United went on a certain run trying to find a player to free Paul Pogba. They now need to find another player to free Bruno Fernandes.
I think Bruno is getting to the end of his United career. I don't think he'll be there for much longer. I don't see him.
You sure about that? I think this could be his last season.
Because
especially with.
Why are you saying that?
Not because he's not needed. He's needed. I won't sell him. But don't forget, he turned down £100 million move to the
Saudi Arabia.
That's what I'm speaking about.
They've
come again.
They've come again,
and now they've left it to
whatever you are reading in that thing is not true. No, but this is why it's not true. If you read the story, they say they've put him a bid.
Yeah.
You don't bid for a player you've not spoken to the player. The player will have to give the green light going back. So that story that is circling out there is never. You just read.
Sounds
the story.
like a planted story from an agent.
Story. And the story is such that if he goes, then we told you. If he doesn't go, we also told you.
What I saw was that they want to approach, but they are not sure about the whole stance of what Bruno wants.
That's what I'm saying.
So they want to leave it up to like him to discuss with United if he would like to go.
That is not the story. If you want to approach and you've not approached, you don't put a story that said that a bid has been made and Man United have left the decision all to Bruno. Man United will not sell their captain with 7 days to the end of the window. You don't do that. If you're a proper football team, if I'm the one sitting on the board, I will not entertain such nonsense.
How much longer does he have on his deal?
After this season, he's left with 2 more years. Okay? 2 more years. Don't forget, he renewed it 2 seasons ago. He renewed it for option to extend by another one, which is solely upon the club.
Yeah.
Okay, so after this season, there's 2 more years for him to play. So now maybe, because I'm sure he decided not to go because of the manager, because of Ruben Amorim.
Yep.
Amorim was adamant. He's my captain. I want him to stay. I don't think we should sell him, and therefore and Man United wouldn't have decided to sell Bruno without consulting Amorim. Okay, it's just like Real Madrid. You don't sell Vinicius Juniors or Mbappe or Rodrigo without consulting the manager. You can't do that. Okay, there's a complete difference where the tension between the player and the manager. Then that one, they are loggerheads. But there's a total organic love between Bruno and Ruben Amorim. So you don't, want to break that, especially if this is a manager you want to back and support and take and make sure because this is Ineos manager. They didn't appoint Ten Hag. They have appointed Ruben. So it is upon them to make sure
that
it works. So why would you want to jeopardize that if you want the thing to work? So that's what that thing clearly. I can't unless
he decides he wants
the people at Brighton is saying that Baliba is available, bring the money, and then the goalkeeper is available. So somebody asked me, I said, look, the only way I would say Bruno now, if
Baleba comes in,
United can bring Baleba and bring a top world-class goalkeeper.
Then you don't mind letting Bruno go?
Even that one, I will not say Bruno. I will ship up Casemiro. Bruno, if this team,
the team takes.
Minimum of 10 goals he will score.
Yeah.
Minimum of 12 or 15 assists he will give.
Or even more than.
When it takes
more than.
I'm saying minimum.
Wait.
So why would you say such a player?
Well, let's see what happens. Just some few minutes to kick off. But guys, let's quickly talk about the German Bundesliga and a bit of the Italian Serie A. With the German league, something really interesting happened yesterday. Let me just update the scores from yesterday. Leverkusen lost to Hoffenheim by 2-1. Frankfurt, you know who's the manager of Leverkusen?
Hag is back to have his 10.
Back with the bang.
Frankfurt also beat Werder Bremen by 4-1. Freiburg lost to Augsburg by 3-1. Heidenheim, they lost to Wolfsburg by 3-1. Union Berlin 2, Stuttgart 1, St. Pauli 3, Dortmund 3. I was watching this game yesterday. Dortmund took a 3-goal lead.
So you see, just before we talk, this is what I'm saying. I'm
with the Bruno conversation.
No, I'm reading a quote from Amorim. Why Sesko is on the bench? He said, "We try to imagine what would happen during the match. We need to have options to play differently. Sesko has been with us for 2 weeks. He's trying to understand everything. We need to be patient a little. We just want to win the match." So like I said, it's about
slow integration.
Waiting to see certain things that would obviously eventually that will be his position in the team.
Okay. Let's see. 0549969996. That's the WhatsApp line. I'm Gabi Ofeyin, studio with Coach Christopher Nimley, Benjamin Nketia, Kelvin Edem Kai, Sedina Midwon, Bernard Abeku Ochre. For the Serie A, we had Genoa playing a goalless draw with Lecce, Napoli to Sassuolo, 0. AC Milan lost to Cremonense, AS Roma 0, Bologna 0. Guys, let's talk about the German League. Let me start off with you, Ben. I don't know which of the games you'd want to talk about. So I was watching the Dortmund game against St. Pauli, and I was shocked with what I saw. Why should I be shocked? Because it's typical of Dortmund.
Yeah. So Dortmund, what was the score in that game?
3-3.
I was following that game for a
3-3,
minute,
yes.
then I just tailed off. So not too surprised. I don't think that they've made any major additions that add up to the quality of their team, and that's a little disappointing for me because at one point it looked like they were on an upward trajectory, but they've blown hot and cold a little. And the other problem with Dortmund is that there's also been a lot of coaching upheaval. You know, from Terzic, now they have Kovac, so they're trying to make things work. They have essentially accepted their fate as a selling team, and I think that the moment you do that, you will get these type of results. And so there was a time where I used to be super upset about Borussia Dortmund results, but I moved on from it when I clocked exactly what they were doing. And so, look, Joe Bellingham, Marcel Sabitzer, Pascal Gross, that midfield will not compete for a Bundesliga title. Like, let's not lie to ourselves about some of these things. Jan Kuto, I believe, was a Manchester City player. I don't even know if that move is a permanent one or not, but I look at this squad. This squad is light. This squad won't. This squad is
and it looks like it would happen. It would happen again after the end of the season.
Exactly.
Like players will like grass.
More players will leave.
And
so I'm not too shocked at what Dortmund is doing. I think they will eventually find their level to where they need to be. What I am more worried about is Erik ten Hag and his start at Bayer Leverkusen. Now he has essentially inherited a very depleted team. But the problem also is that nobody really cares. They are not going to give you excuses,
So
or
they
they're not going to make excuses for you because they spent some decent money. They bought Jerome Quansah from Liverpool. I believe he scored yesterday in that game, and they should have built on that lead. Some way, somehow, they let the lead slip, and then they ended up losing the game. And so I'm just disappointed because one, he's battling a perception thing right now. No, for real. Like when you leave Man United in the manner in which he left United, he's been going around saying that I win trophies. Well, it's your loss that I'm leaving. We might make a lot of banter out of it, but he did have a few trophies to show for it. He was decent at Ajax. United has been the only dent in his CV in recent time. Even that, he managed to get a few trophies on the table before he ran. So he will have to compete. I expect him to be able to compete with Van Gaal Company personally, but having lost some of his best players coming into the campaign, that will be difficult. But then again, that's where managers earn their salary. Managers don't always have the most ideal squads, but as much as possible, you must make do with what you have. And again, I'm looking at the lineup that they put out yesterday. He plays his typical 3-4-2-1 Eric Ten Hag thing. He still has Patrick Schick. Patrick Schick is falling off a little. Robert Andrich, Alex Garcia, Alex Grimaldo. They have decent players. I look at this team, look at the bench. They bought Ernest Poku. He's Dutch. I'm sure Kurt will be digging through the papers to see if
Ernest Poku,
Ernest Poku can do a thing or two for him.
They
have Claudio Echeverri. They got him from Manchester City. So they do have decent players. And Leverkusen are always a good mix of experience,
and a bit
wonder
of
kids and prospects. So I don't want to judge him too much now, but for his own benefits, for his own reputation's sake, he needs to get a couple of wins on the board, because if the season goes, let's say 5 games in and he has no win or just 1 win, your own players begin to look at you a little funny. So I think that for Ten Hag, he needs to back up.
Okay. Let's see what happens to Leverkusen and Ten Hag. Let me bring Sedi and Kelvin in. Serie A, Napoli, they picked up 3 points, and people are talking about the 2 former Manchester players again. Both ends on the part of United and City. So Scott McTominay was actually one of their key performers from last season. Started the season with a bang. That was a beautiful goal. And then Kevin De Bruyne also responded with a free kick.
Fantastic free kick.
3.4 Antonio Conte.
Yeah. I like what I'm seeing from Napoli this season. I like what I saw from them in the window heading into the season. I don't think they're a team that go out and spend as much as they've spent this summer. I think they've added to their squad nicely after winning the title. And that's their 4th title, so I think they want to...
It's more like they're always looking for players that are more like rejects at their...
Yeah, but this time they didn't go do that. Yeah. They added some real qualities to their team. Yeah, so I expect that they'll be in the thick of competing for the title again. I'm sure they'll want to retain it after the season they had. Scott McTominay, I don't think people will be surprised too much. Since he went to Napoli, he kind of looks like he feels right at home. From last season, I think he ended up winning the MVP of the league. He was Serie A MVP last season. So he wasn't just one of Napoli's best players. He was the best player in the league last season per everybody's vote. So I just think he's just picking up from where he left off. And if Napoli are going to be playing like this and they are going to like carry on in this path, I just see them to be a team that will want to keep their title. I want to see what Inter will look to do this season because of the changes that have happened at their club. Losing their manager who has been there and has done some quality work for them. But I think it will be a tasty Serie A season. For the past few seasons, the competitiveness there has really come nicely. You can see getting to the end of the league season, it's never really a one-horse race. There are either 2 or 3. Last season was about 3 teams who could have possibly won the title, getting into the last 10 games of the season. So I hope to see more. But with the kind of changes that happened at Atalanta and Inter, I just see Napoli as a team
retaining the title.
Yeah, I think they will retain the title this season. I mean, it's early days, yes, but the signs seem to be there. The kind of business they've done, bringing someone like Kevin De Bruyne to is huge. I think it's been a while since they brought somebody of that experience and grandeur to their team. So it's a nice thing to see that they are building upon what they did last season.
So Conte would have to deal with a few games without Lukaku?
A few months, you should
months,
say,
yeah.
because Lukaku is out, and they're actually looking for solutions for Lukaku. And one player they are busily looking at is going to help coach's favorite team. Yes, they are looking at Højlund. Yes, and Manchester United.
There was one other striker too. That's one other striker. I showed it to you, and it's. When you see that signing, it just gives you an idea of what Conte wants to do. Very typical of him.
Yeah, it's very typical of him, but I think they should at least make the Rasmus Højlund deal happen.
That works for you?
It doesn't only work for me. It provides solutions to all the parties involved. It provides solutions for Manchester United to free up space. It provides solutions for Napoli to give Højlund another try.
Okay.
To try and make it work while they are waiting for the man Lukaku to get better. And then it also gives Rasmus Højlund himself a solution to get better, improve why, and tell us why he's good enough to have played for Manchester United. So it's a very difficult situation they find themselves in. They've brought in really good quality across the pitch. So far in the Serie A, the teams vying for the championship, they have been the most stable. They have funnily enough, they've been the most stable team, which is not common when it comes to the Naples-based team. No. It's something they don't like. But the likes of Inter have decided to look for a pack to shuffle. Juventus are having their own dance around. They can't seem to get away from one single deal.
So you have been charitable. And Serie A is in a major financial crisis. Like the whole league is in a major crisis. I think about 8 years ago, Juventus had some good cash in because they had won the league multiple times. They were consistently getting a cash injection. They still are decent financially compared to most teams. Napoli have made decent money because of some of the player sales they've made recently. They've won titles. They've been in the Champions League consistently, so their books are a little more stable. But you see, you look at, I always say that the real evidence of how strong a league is what your relegation and mid-table teams look like. And like we've been saying forever, right now, mid-level Premier League teams can muzzle it out with AC Milan and Juventus for players.
That's true.
You cannot say the same about the lower tier teams.
I think an example could be Sunderland going for Xhaka.
I'm telling you, on a good day, Granit Xhaka should be heading to Inter Milan or even Napoli. But Sunderland can bid and can offer him probably a better package than he will get at Napoli. And so that's the type of situation they are facing. If you look at a lot of their infrastructure, their stadia are basically crumbling. I mean, we know they have a thing for, grandeur, old, classical buildings, but they need to really find a cash injection from somewhere. Inter Milan are selling literally anything that moves if they can get it. AC Milan are doing all kinds of financial massaging, I mean, when they have the opportunity. So Serie A definitely are on the brink of something very interesting. If they don't get some kind of lucrative TV partnership deal in the next couple of years, if teams don't do something to turn around their own financial situation, it's going to be, you're going to see a lot of teams getting relegated for bad financial books, liquidation, takeovers, and that type of stuff. And so, very interesting dynamics going on there. But I like what I saw from McTominay and De Bruyne yesterday. Especially, I watched that game actually. I was watching McTominay, giving him moral support as always. I've liked. Oh no, he's a guy I like. I mean, I think he was.
It's the facial expression.
I think he was misprofiled for such a long time.
Liverpool could have bought him.
Oh, but you won't sell him to us.
We sold him.
You won't sell him to us. It's one of those things. Look, I think that he's like Eden Riley. He's found home. I mean, if you look at the ease with which he's doing, the kind of goal he scored is a striker's type of finish. Gets in the box and then glances the ball into the back.
You think he's a striker? It's crazy.
We saw similar
as a striker actually,
and we saw similar moves like that at United. When at a point people actually thought that put him closer.
Ten Hag was taking him up, and I think that opened up a certain portal for him. Look, I think he can only go on to do bigger things for them. I believe Napoli will retain the title, but on a more serious, I see my good friend Mateus Cunha on my screen. Let me just quickly share a few thoughts on the United team, because kickoff is almost upon us. I like what they did in match week 1 against Arsenal, but it won't matter if you cannot convert it into wins. We like effort, but effort and praising effort is for relegation teams and mid-table teams. Man United, no, I'm serious. Man United.
Did you just do this?
No, I'm just serious. I'm not. It's not even banter. Man United, they're a big team.
They're a big team.
On a regular day, they are the biggest team in the world.
Yeah.
It's arguable. So all the massaging about waiting for the coach, all those things are nice, and you want to support your coach. But the reality on the ground is that, again, if there's another draw here or there's another defeat here, United fans will be a little more disillusioned than they were last week. So you need to keep perspective of that. I like especially what I saw from Matheus Cunha. I feel like purely what I saw confirmed what I've always known about him. He's a guy who has very high standards of his own self, and you could tell from how he carried himself on the pitch, the types of runs he made, the amount of closing down he was doing. I think that this game will be negated. Like, most things cross themselves out in this game. It will come down to manager management, like which manager is doing what at what specific point in the game. I mean, Marco Silva has barely had any change to his squad. In fact, the only change they've made to this team,
I'm just seeing that they say they just signed one player.
Yes, they just bought a goalkeeper from Montpellier
for about 500,000.
Yep, that's the only
euros.
Senior signing they've made in their team. So he is playing an ultimate chess game of I can outcoach you, because he knows that he doesn't have the resources of Manchester United. Can Ruben Amorim's team show that they've grown in chemistry from last week? Can they show a little more killer instinct? And let me just read a few stats out to you from the opening game they played against Arsenal, just to put things in perspective. So they had 36.
Look at your man's face.
Oh no!
Obviously, he knows that this is a sign of the times. Like I said, there will be signs. They had 36 touches in the box against Arsenal. There are 7 shots on target and expected goals of 1.59. Those are all really good numbers. They need to convert that into actual goals. Like my good friend likes to say, say at Nane Woso. What's he saying? So all the talk needs to stop. They need to show action on the pitch.
Well, let's see. So that game is kicking off. 3:30. United taking on Fulham. United are the visitors at the Craven Cottage. Fulham, just a bit of stats. They've just won 1 of their last 19 Premier League games against Manchester United. So it's 3 draws. They've lost 15. The last time they beat United was back in February 2024. That's the last time. United also have won just 3 of their last 23 Premier League away games against London side. So drawn 5, they've lost 15. Though all those victories have come against Fulham. So like Ben put it, they'll need to put up a good shift today, and also take into consideration that they get that 3 points. Coach, just continue from where Ben left off. The trajectory that Fulham are on, not signing much, I think that has gone under the radar a bit for me, if you ask.
I don't know, but clearly they needed to strengthen the team, without a doubt. I believe that. I believe they needed to strengthen the team, because this league is such that every season it gets even more tougher, even more difficult. And what you don't want to do is to make yourself very predictable as a coach and as a manager, for the fact that you want to present the same team over and over again and again.
Okay.
You have to
make some changes.
Make some changes and then get your opposing managers to be a bit uncertain as to what you will do. Because what you don't want to do is that the same players, because at this level, managers plan with players. They look at how dangerous the team is, and then you tend to counter whatever they do. That is what is done at this level. And for me, if you are a manager, then clearly you have to be able to do something properly.
Oh boy. Do you just hit the post? Who was that? Bruno Fernandes?
That was Casemiro. He should be scoring.
But the play was good.
Yeah, that was
Patrick Dogu. That's a
that
brilliant
was some
play.
nice movements. United really seemed to be piling the pressure on Fulham.
Because you were making a point.
They have to start early, and I'm impressed with the start they've given. Very, very intense start from Manchester United. So like I'm saying, look, it is shocking to all of us here why Fulham did not strengthen their team.
It was Matheus Cunha.
Yeah, Matheus Cunha. That was a brilliant finish. If only it has ended up in the back of the net. That would have been a goal.
I like the composure from yesterday. I was listening to you. You mentioned about...
This is what I was talking about, Antoine Semenyo.
Yes.
It is not all the time that you go for power.
Yeah.
There are times where all you want to do is to caress the ball into the back of the net. And
like what Cole Palmer does.
Exactly. This was a perfect example of a player seeing the gap, not necessarily going for power, but believe that all he could do is to actually get a ball to be pick a spot and go for it. And that was exactly what he did.
Well, let me just update the some games have also kicked off at the other leagues. For the French Liga, Le Havre are taking on Lens. Lens have taken up a 1-goal lead against Le Havre. Strasbourg are taking on Nantes goalless. Toulouse, Brest goalless. 6:45 will taking on Monaco. For the Bundesliga, Borussia Mönchengladbach goalless. Hamburger SV also goalless in that game. So these are some of the games that have kicked off, together with United's game against Fulham at the Craven Cottage. 4 minutes played from that game. United started on a front foot looking to get our first goal, but unfortunately that will not enter the net. Matheus Cunha with that hits. Let me just update. I'll bring our listeners up to speed with the starting 11 just in case they have messed up. Bayinde, Euro, Delete, Shaw, Dogu, Fernandes, Casemiro, Amad Diallo, Mounts, Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha starting for United. For Fulham, they've got Rodrigo, Iwobi, Kane, Sessegnon, Lukic, Berg, Castagne, Calvin, Bassey, Anderson, Tete, and Lenyo for on the part of Fulham. Adam, what are you expecting though?
I'm expecting a very difficult game. Fulham are not an easy team to break down. I like how United are moving the ball very, very quickly in the early parts of the game. If you want to beat a team like Fulham, you have to do things like that because their coach is super organized with the way he sets up the team. You have to play the ball, quick 1-2s, try and move players into space and release people who can take on players and get chances in the box.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bright start from United the way they are taking the game to Fulham. I like to see more of the same and see whether Fulham too can maybe grow into the game on their own. What they do with the ball when they do get it, because I expect United to have the ball most of the time in the game. So far, bright start from United, but I don't expect them to have it easy against Fulham. I expect Fulham to show their personality in the game as the game grows.
Citi?
Well, for me, I am very particular on one player in the game. It's all rosy when we all talk about United.
Who is that?
I'm King for Fulham. I'm really particular about him because
talented player.
What's it about him?
Very talented.
Very talented player. For someone to be able to bench Smith Rowe, it's no joke. It's no joke. He's one of the talents I'm really looking out for this season. But we'll see what happens with this particular Fulham team. I've not been impressed by they not choosing to add. Maybe they've not seen the right players to add. It's a difficult conversation. But once the coach is happy, who are we to complain? We can only criticize. So let's see what he's able to do against the big guns. And he's one coach that's Marco Silva. He's one coach that is able to come up and beat certain big teams and make it difficult for them.
Okay, so Fulham taking on Manchester United 6 minutes, together with some other games from the French Liga, the Spanish La Liga, German Bundesliga. The Italian Serie A games will kick off at 4:30. I'm sure Adam will be keeping tabs on Madrid, how they perform today.
Oh, me, I want my yellow. I know you bought it.
Your people will bottle it.
No, they can do whatever they want to do. It's up to them.
No, you have bought it.
No, I'm not bought it. I've not bought it. I've won my game. I'm cool. Like, you understand? It's my other team I'm interested in. Monday nights. I need St. Jesus Park.
That should be a good game.
Yeah,
Liverpool,
other team
Newcastle.
I'm interested in.
That game is going to be
that game is going to be very, 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 very tasty. That's the game I'm looking out for.
I'll be surprised if we get red cards in those.
Oh, it's going to look. Yeah. Did you see the artwork that Newcastle posted?
You mean it's more?
The player on
more than football.
The player on the Flyers, Joe Linton. They are coming to physically bully people that day.
And Newcastle have actually got it, especially in the middle.
Yesterday there was a texter who sent a message that said that he's already feeling sorry for Florent Vert. And I was like, come on, man. The game hasn't even started yet.
No, they are going to make him feel it in
a new point.
They are going to make him feel it in his bones.
He's going to be welcome into the EPL properly tomorrow at the St. James's.
Well, that game is later Monday Night Football at the St. James's Park. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, There's more talk for you. The Republic of Football, 97.3. I'm Gabi Ofe. We're back soon. Channel 1 TV, live on TV as well. You can join in by texting into the show 054996 Later, somewhere around 4:30, we'll activate the phone lines and you can call us on 053996 or 0549986996. Let me try and read some messages from our guys on YouTube. Seen a lot of messages on YouTube and we appreciate you reaching out to us. Let me start off with let's go to the top. Let me start off with Ado. Anthony says United is going to win this evening. United Kingdom. Okay. Paxton Clinton says I agree that today's game is a win for Manchester United. Albert Plofia says we seek our first win today. Man U all the way. Okay. This one says Scholarly Scope says the Republic of Football is sports panorama on steroids. Big shout out to all who brainstormed this to put this production together. 100%. He says Nemse Namwa says we are live. Another one says United over 1.5. He comes back to say Matthias Acuna to score. I'm waiting for Chris Wood to get on the score sheet. Well, Wood did not score, right? He did not score. Kobna Mafo says Brighton have been very wasteful, but Everton has played very well. Good win for them at their new stadium. 2 assists for Grealish. Okay. Says Onana is on the bench, all right. Says I am a Baleba. Are you a Baleba? With laughing which coach your people. This one says Seram says that's from Seram. Says I'm a Baleba. This one says okay, I can't read this. Ellie Original says Manchester United 6, Fulham 1. Yeah, baby from Afenia. Okay. Seram says United 10. Come back to say glory. Okay. Sweet Kwame says Grealish is cooking. Everton beating Baleba team. They are waiting for Amorim football. Sami from Winneba. Okay. We can't read this. Wilson Club says Amorim is just another Ten Hag with her. Oh. Okay. Wilson Club comes back to say Ten Hag will definitely relegate Leverkusen. Sweet Kwame says Grealish with 2 assists. Everton cooked Baleba team. Okay. Says AC Milan is just a funny club reacting to AC Milan's loss. Karim Yeboah says when you say Manchester United are the biggest club in the world, is it by trophies, fan base, cash, all of them? Okay, we'll get into that argument. Sweet Kwame says heat. Okay. Where is the Haaland and Gyökeres comparison? Oh, it's just match day 2, bro. Sweet Kwame. Okay. Anyaku Jonah says, I like the way United is playing so far. Very composed. Okay. Starting Sheki and Mamouche is a no-no. Okay. So that's it with regards to Manchester City's loss against Spurs. That final message from that game is the Republic of Football. You can follow us on YouTube, Citi Sports JHA. On radio, if you're listening, it's 97.3. I'm Gabioff. I've got Coach Christopher Nimley in studio. Bernard Abeku-Watry, Sedin Ahmed Mont, Kelvin Edem Kai, Auswon. United taking on Manchester. Oh, what am I saying? Fulham taking on Manchester United. It's goalless at the Craven Cottage. Guys, forgive me. You can send in your thoughts on the WhatsApp line as well, 054996 996. Let me see if we have some more messages so we can read them now. Get to Bernard on what he's expecting. This one says, good day, guys. Great analysis from all the panelists. Hope you guys went to church. Yeah, I'm Anasha. I don't know about Bernard and Sedi and Coach. Okay, Coach went to church. Yeah.
Must you always tell us you're Anasha?
No, I have to let my listeners know that I'm Anasha.
So the days that you're on TV when church is going on,
then they know that I am working for God in the country.
You continue.
It says strikers like Ekitike, Haaland, Gyökeres, and Pedro have started scoring. You say the lap. Liverpool to trust niggas on Monday and snatch Isak from them after. As for Arsenal and Chelsea, it's just premature ejaculation. Liverpool to defend the EPL from Benghazi from Ablekuma Oduman. Okay. All right. This one says, we have a big striker that is fit. Why play a false 9 when you have a big 9, Shesko? let him lose the match first, and then I'll write a letter to make them sack him playing football. That's okay. Rasmus Højlund, he's a player who can't break and stop moving past. The Napoli faithfuls don't want him. Aputo, Coach Nimli is better than him. Hey, Charlie. From Paul. I know you guys want to react. Just hold on for me. This one says, how much money? Okay, please. How much money is that? Okay, let me move on. Hey, Charlie, this message here, yes, you. No, don't read it. He says that live football commentary on radio. Mr. Mbenyenga, good afternoon. How are you change your... Okay, all right. Thank you so much. So the final update from the EPL for today's fixtures: Fulham are taking on Manchester United. It's goalless. 80 minutes played at the Craven Cottage. Let me take you to Germany, where let's do France first. Le Havre are taking on Lens. 34 minutes. Strasbourg are also taking on Nantes. 35 minutes played there. Toulouse goalless between Brest. For the German Bundesliga, it's goalless between Mönchengladbach and Hamburger SV. For the Italian Serie A, 4:30 the games will kick off. Cagliari will take on Fiorentina. Como is up against Lazio. Atlanta taking on Pisa at 6:45, and at the same time we will see Juventus up against Parma in that game. For the La Liga, Osasuna have taken a lead against Valencia. Valencia are down with a red card, 1 man out. Real Sociedad at 5:30 will take on Espanyol. Same time we'll see Villarreal taking on Girona. And then Real Oviedo up against Real Madrid at 7 p.m. We'll talk a bit more about the Madrid conversation. Let me start off with Citi on Real Madrid this season. Did you follow their first game?
Yeah, and like I put out an expose yesterday. Yeah. It looks like the Spanish referees want to take the crown of controversy from the English referees this season.
What did you see yesterday?
Not only yesterday. So yesterday, yesterday I put out that tweet because of certain calls in the Barcelona game.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a certain foul that should have been a penalty. It didn't happen. In the first game of Barcelona, their second goal, obviously there was a head injury. A player was on the turf holding the head. It should be stopped.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
play to continue.
Even yesterday in the EPL, something similar happened and it was stopped. Do you understand? And then there was a tackle from behind from Rafinha that was also overlooked. That could have been a straight red, but it was also just given a yellow. No problem. Now you come to the Madrid game and you have a player slipping off the foot of another player and it gets taken as a penalty. It's dicey. It's dicey for me with regards to officiating this season from the La Liga. But to talk about Madrid themselves, let me just say a couple of Madrid fans are happy with what they are seeing from their club.
After just one game?
Yes. They wanted to see a lot of fluidity with regards to player movement, you know, and position movement as well. One fan saw me and was happy that, you know, now they are getting inversions
from Xabi Alonso.
And people are moving in certain directions. And I go like, calm down.
He see them is smiling.
Calm down. Listen, you still haven't sorted out the major problem of the team,
which is
you need a great passer in
the ball.
in that midfield.
In that midfield, okay.
You need someone who I would call a mini controller. Take the ball, look left. You are moving into space. I make you move.
You mean cruise control?
Exactly.
Oh, Gabi,
you understand?
They've not replaced Toni Kroos. That's the real problem in the team.
You find a cruise region. Do you understand?
In who?
You can find.
Okay, you can find.
You can find a cruise region. You see, if you feel that Enzo is the one you want, Chelsea say they want 150.
Okay, so for context sake, right, the last midfield three in that first game they played.
Yeah.
They went with Valverde, Tchouaméni, and is it Adagula? Yeah, Adagula.
And the funny thing is, you know what Tchouaméni was doing when they are building up from the back. the two defenders split, the two central defenders split, and Tchouaméni now comes back to drop into, and then you get their laterals getting into midfield. That was what they were just happy about, and also saw a lot of long passes from Dean Huijsen, which was really, really good, but it could not count at the end of the day. He was given accurate long balls, very, very good long ball passes from Dean Huijsen in that game. More to come from him, yes, but they need to find a way to deal with the great passer in midfield problem.
Okay.
If they are going to try as much as possible to turn Adagula into that kind of player, then it might work for them.
I think that's what Alonso is trying to do. Trying to, because
turn him into that player.
Because Gula, from what I know Gula to be, Gula is a 10 or a right winger.
Yeah.
But he can play deeper if you need him to. And I think Xabi Alonso is trying to hone those skills for it to benefit the team. So the inclusion of Dean Huijsen to their team is actually a very important signing, because he's kind of bridging the gap that someone like Toni Kroos would have if he was there, because they don't have.
He's more very comfortable with traveling with the ball.
Because they don't have a midfielder who can do that for them and distribute and keep the tempo, the passing tempo of the game the way they need it. Huijsen kind of compensates a little for that, because he has little to no angle bias, because he can use both of his feet to pass the ball. So it kind of helps them, because left foot, right foot.
It means that Militao would have to be up and running, because I look at Huijsen's heat map, and this is from they put it together from what he was in at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And even with pre-season, if you allow him, he covers a lot of ground. And that's Militao's. He now has to cover that space that Huijsen has left.
Yeah.
Because he's doing what you are saying, doing the job that if they had somebody in midfield who would be doing, and that means that teams would counter on that or rely on that, explore that space.
Yeah, because he'll be moving. Real Madrid have a lot of work to do this season. It's aside the coach change, there are a lot of things in the team that they have to sort out to ensure that everybody is on the same page. I don't think they've sorted out that forward issue with their 3 left wingers and what they are going to do about them. I think even in the number 10 area with Bellingham, and now what is happening with Arda Güler's position kind of being changed, some things to change there. So I just feel like, there are a lot of things that they'll have to settle on before their season can really, really kick off.
Happy with Trent so far?
I think he can do better, but I can't blame him too much because of the amount of things that need work on in the team.
Okay.
I feel like you can't be too harsh on him, because the team is still trying to settle. They've added some players to the team. A new manager has come in who doesn't play anything like what their old manager used to play like. He kind of has his own way of doing things, and they are trying to get up to speed with what he's doing too. So I don't want to be too harsh on Trent. He is a quality player. We know that when he has the opportunity to pick a pass, when he has the opportunity to cross the ball and put good balls into that area, he does it well. But he will need to understand what Xabi Alonso wants from him in this particular team, because this is not a Jurgen Klopp team that he can do the things he was doing with Robo. Like the dynamics of the way he plays in the squad will have to change because of what Xabi Alonso will want for him. So I just feel like it's too early yet to say that he's not doing well. I think he's been okay so far, but Real Madrid will need to get better as a unit, get better as a team, and I think the qualities of some of these players that they've added will come to the fore.
Okay. But to add to the Trent bit, I feel they should exploit his great sides. That's his passing. You are looking for someone to get
very
into,
good passer of the ball. Has got great vision too as well.
Excellent. So it's now turned that you just need to make sure what's his name, Carreras does not bump forward. He comes back and sits in that defense, so that it's now a 3-man defense. You've got a central person who can string those long passes. You've got Tchouaméni in front of them. You now double it up by adding more bodies into midfield, including Trent Alexander-Arnold, to be able to pick up those passes for the likes of Gula, who will now be set free and be running.
Okay.
Vinicius, who would also be running. And certainly, Brahim Diaz and Mbappe, they will all be running. So for someone to be given those eye of the needle passes, visionary passes, I think for now, since they can't seem to find a solution on the transfer market to that particular problem, they need to find a solution within, and that would be to invert the man Trent Alexander-Arnold for now.
Okay. Let's get back to the EPL. 28 minutes played between Fulham and Manchester United, and you should see Coach and Bernat. They are looking like Amorim on the touchline.
The game is ongoing.
Before that, there was a texter who said he loves the frantic combo between you and Bernat.
That's what he likes.
Because you've been monitoring the game.
Yeah, I've been monitoring the game.
What has caught your attention?
I think if you look at the two teams, they are all very, very careful. Overly careful not to concede the first goal.
Okay.
That is what is happening here. It's like both teams feel that if I concede first, I'm gone. And that is the problem here. So it is going to stay very cagey. I think what Man United is lacking is a ball progressor from midfield.
Okay.
Because if you look at the system, it's like Matthias Cunha and Brandon Mbeumo are interchanging. Because one of them, like you can see as at now, Brandon Mbeumo is the closest up front. So he's more or less playing as a number 9 now. Okay. So with Bruno and Casemiro in midfield. But if you look at what is actually happening, Fulham have now calmed themselves down. Man United had a blistering start, and Fulham was a bit slow. And at that moment, or during that first 10 minutes of the game, you expected Man United actually should have taken the lead. Matthias Cunha in particular hit the post. There was a ball long from Bayende where he controlled. All he needed to do was to put the ball in the back of the. He hit the target though, but the goalkeeper made the save. And you want to credit the Fulham goalkeeper. He was well positioned. And if you look at the technique exhibited by Cunha, he did everything right, but score. But if you look at the save too, you have to credit the goalkeeper that was indeed a very, very good and a solid save. Look at these players. That would have been a complete giveaway. Two players on the part of Fulham not being able to communicate properly, and for me, that would have been a suicider. If
why do I think Fulham are looking very very physical?
They have to be. They have to be. If you look at this Manchester United team, at least now it's a bit better. There is Mbeumo, there is Cunha. These are not players you can easily brush off the ball. Last season it was Garnacho. The slightest touch on him, he's gone. So what you need to do if you are Fulham is to make sure that you don't give these guys time on the ball, because look, take it or leave it. Matthias Cunha have shown that if he gets the time on the ball, he's going to punish. But the problem with Man United here is that you can clearly see, I don't know whether that is the game plan from Amorim. They've decided not to press Fulham high up the pitch. Yeah. When Fulham gets the ball, they tend to retrieve into a middle block and start the pressing from the middle block, as you can see currently. Fulham have the ball. But if you are doing that, then on the transition, you need to be spot on. That is the problem. Because when they win the ball, it's like immediately Fulham tend to win the ball off them. And the problem is that Casemiro is playing one-time passing. You see, and if you go one time, then what it then means is that you have to get it right. But if you are just touching the ball once, you may get it right when you are usually passing it backwards. But when you are going normally forward with the forward passing, it's a bit difficult to execute the plan correctly.
Okay.
And if you see all his forward passing ball, that if he had taken that extra touch, I think he would have gotten the passes right. Look at where Cunha had to drop.
Yeah, very
you
deep.
Understand what
very deep.
He's come very deep because nobody's able to progress the ball towards him. He's one of the number 10s. He and Brian Mbeumo. So that's Mbeumo now with the ball, and very good. Clearly, when you get the ball to them, they know what to do with the ball. These are talented, good players. Look at that
That's
pass.
a nice flick.
Cut.
This should be a goal.
Well,
You
goalless.
see, that
Fulham
happened.
0, Manchester United
That
0.
happened because Cunha dropped it, picked up the ball, progressed it, took it from Bruno, gave it to Bruno, and then look at the pass from Bruno there. So that is the beauty of the team. That is why they need another midfielder who is a believer, who will progress the ball,
And a
who
believer.
will ensure, and a
There's a
believer.
bala-
as well.
bala-
You understand? I don't know no more. The Brighton people, I don't know why they are misbehaving.
Well, let me add some stats to coach's analysis. For 32 minutes, Let me start off with the XG. It's in favor of Manchester United. We've got 0.52 to that of Brighton, who've got 0.33. Fulham. I said Brighton, right? Fulham, sorry. For the shots, it's 5 apiece. Shots on target, 2 apiece, same. Total touches inside the possession box. United have got 10. And Fulham have got 7. After, 32 minutes. Yeah, so that's it. I'm sure United will be hoping that these numbers will turn into something significant. That's the point Ben raised early on. You can send your thoughts on the WhatsApp line 054996 somewhere around 4:30. Phone lines will be activated. It's now 4:03. So you can write the phone numbers down 0539 986 996 0549 986 996. I'll not be too surprised if we have like 90% of our callers from Chelsea after what they did.
No, when you perform like that, the fans want to talk. Yeah, what's talk?
What did they do?
See the Arsenal fans after the Arsenal fans are already saying that the league is in the bag after the Leeds win. So
it was just
you beat a newly promoted side 5. It's good you beat the team 5, but that does not mean the league is in the bag.
It's just match day 2.
They didn't have a striker.
They've
gotten a striker now.
Let me bring Bernard Abeku train. He's a big fan of Shesko. Are you missing him already?
No, you like the coach rightly explained. It's just 2 weeks. It will take time, and I mean, he needs to understand the league. He scored goals, yes, but this is a new. This league has the ability to frustrate you at a point as a striker. We've seen that in Darwin Núñez, and he never came back, or he never resurrected from that, and it leaves a lot of questions,
who is doing what in the box? But now just hold on for me.
Kelvin Bassey is having a wrestling match with Mason Mount.
Who is he trying? Mason Mount.
That's Mason Mount.
I think that looks like a penalty.
No, come on, he grabbed him like.
What Charlie? What's this?
That's a penalty.
That's a wrestling move, bro.
Yeah, that'd be real Mysterio kind of.
You want too much wrestling? It's okay.
Way too much wrestling.
That's true. So you don't do a real Mysterio in a football game.
I mean,
especially in that area with your experience in a game, you don't do things like this.
United. Somebody said what? Early original. United 6, Fulham 1.
Yeah.
Fulham, you don't go see players goes like that too.
But we need to.
That is one of Marco Silva trump card.
Yeah.
His teams are not easily beaten like that.
Is that a penalty?
No, I'm not sure he'll give it. Oh, he's giving it.
He should give that.
Hey, what is it?
Right now, the referees have been doing music for you.
Now you have to explain to.
You need to explain the situation.
You have to explain it to the people there. Yeah. So that's what he's saying.
Before he tells what it is.
That's a penalty.
Right. So Bassey, I don't know the sense in what he was doing.
But I don't know why you guys are surprised. Bassey is known for these kind of things, though.
No, but it also brings to question the consistency of such decisions. Last weekend, in the same United Arsenal game, there were, wrestling games going on.
The referee ignored.
That one included Matthias Cunha.
Look at that.
How do you do this? It's not rugby.
And you see what makes
it Mason Mount. He's not going to win the ball off you.
That's what I was saying. What makes it very funny is that the ball is not even.
The ball is not even in the area. You're already holding him and throwing him down.
Look at your height and look at that of Mason Mount.
Not even the height. Look at his physique.
Look at your physique.
Like, come on. Like,
they'll tell you come over there.
Sometimes, some of the things when the players do it, you are begging for a penalty. Because there's some of the things like something like this. There's no referee who sees this on the footage and will not give the penalty. You grab him and throw him to the floor.
So it's a penalty for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes.
I feel we should give it to either Mbeumo or
allow.
No, but he's the penalty taker in the box.
No, he's
in the team.
But
should give it to unless he's not there.
The two new forwards because they are currently running on 007.
No.
002.
The game is at 0-0. They have to
0-0-1.
Let's secure the first go first.
The whole league, he's the best penalty taker.
Did you see the stats? Did you see the stats? The last
obviously.
Clean.
He's a leader.
Hopscotch skip.
He leads the leaders, and opportunity like this.
This is a goal anyway.
Show that you are a leader.
I'll be surprised if he misses it.
It's just simple, especially when certain amount is coming from Saudi that
through the middle.
Decision. People are creating stuff like that.
Bruno Fernandes.
He didn't hop. He didn't jump. He didn't skip. What was this?
What happened to all the regular things he does before a kick? I don't know.
Come on. This is a it reminds me
so
of...
there was one thing that I wanted to talk about.
No, I'm really surprised.
The bit of the United final front, the last bit of the department of the team. I feel they are a bit in a rush to get the ball at the back of the net. The opportunity that Cunha had.
No, that's a poor technique.
What you think? Bruno of all people.
Yeah.
He didn't even hit the target.
Yeah, super surprised.
That was very bad.
Again, so
that was extremely very, very bad.
The attackers, they're in a rush to get the ball to the back of the net, into the back of the net, and I feel it's really not painted the picture well. They should stay calm, especially in the 18 or in front of goal, and get the goals. It's just one goal that will unlock all of what they want to do this season, because they've done that in pre-season, remember. So I mean, it takes time, but they should be very calm. I feel in defense they defend in sixes. If United are without the ball and Fulham are in the half of United, you see 6 players in the United half trying to.
I can't believe my eyes still.
Shield the ball off the area.
I don't know if you see it. I'm in shock.
Don't be surprised it happened. The moment you abandon what you believe in, or what you are used to doing, normally that is what happens. You've got your star. Stick to your star. This is the second time I've seen him
kick a penalty
do
like
this. The first one, you remember, was against Villa when Ronaldo came. If you remember, Man United had the penalty and he was torn between, let me give it to Ronaldo, Ronaldo, then he blasted it over. And since then, Ronaldo took over. So it was Ronaldo until Ronaldo left. Then he took over again. This is the second time I've seen him do
I've not seen him take a kick like that in a while.
This is the second time.
I feel they are looking for anything.
A comment says terrible awareness.
Anything. Look, Bayendil has been excellent. It's like we've taken our eye off Bayendil for a second. There was one ball that came in that he used his leg to stop that, turned into a pass for who was on the right hand side. I think Euro or something. I think he's gotten his aerial abilities right, decision right in this game, and he has just been excellent in the first 10 years. No, he was aware.
That was a bad
maybe one out of what we
see. A Manchester United goalkeeper cannot do all the right things
100%
and be prone to elementary errors. You understand?
That's factual. But I agree. The kind of tension that has come on the United goalkeeping department for a minute has been alarming.
The moment the referee, I don't know whether it was the referee that put him off, he put the ball down. The referee bumped into him, and then he went back to change. And then
I think it was the referee was just being cautious of encroachment, not to
You see, I understand. There are times you go for power, but if you are going for power, a player of this quality, you should be able to hit that. The way he played the ball, if
is that another penalty?
If no, target, he scores.
That's true.
Oh, look at Bayende.
This is his problem.
Look at it. A similar thing from last week.
This is his problem.
So Muniz, just watch him.
Muniz should be getting to that.
Which just blocks him off.
No, look.
He's rather on the floor.
He as a goalkeeper should be communicating as well. This is similar to what happened at Arsenal.
Look at that.
Clearly, there was an offensive player in front of him, and it's dangerous because a little shove.
I don't find him very commanding in his area at all.
No, look at that. That's why he's a second choice goalkeeper.
If you are coming, you come
to understand that.
If you are coming, you make sure you are coming to.
We all know.
Have a proper feel on the ball.
Well, just a quick update from the other games. It's halftime. The French Liga, 3 games are on halftime. Le Havre and Lens is 2-1 in favor of Lens. Strasbourg and Nantes goalless. Toulouse and Brest goalless. For the German Bundesliga, Borussia Mönchengladbach and Hamburger SV goalless. Taking you to Spain, where 48 minutes played. Osasuna 1, Valencia 0. Valencia down with 1 man, red card in that minutes. For the United game, just a few minutes to end the first half of that game. 42 minutes.
Sorry, superstar. But what has happened from the pen has gotten him a little confused.
You think it's unsettled him a bit?
He will calm down.
Look. We spoke about a mistake by Ndilden amidst all the saves, or blocks he's done in post. He gets the ball. Clearly, you have the vision to lay a pass and move, but then he's caught in between two worlds, and then they pick the ball away from him. Then he had to go tackle. Then he ends up into a throw. It's still against United. Then you get it. I understand it's early days yet, and what have you.
You see, in the first half, she answered that he did go and come.
Players do make mistakes, but when a goalkeeper makes mistake, it is of a very high.
I agree.
High cost.
I agree. That's where the point is.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we can have a game where, like, Bruno had just missed the penalty. If United even go on to lose the game, it will be very difficult for you to say United lost the game because of Bruno's penalty. Because look at the time of missing the penalty. There is a lot more meaning to be played. But the goalkeeper does something. Look at right behind the goalkeeper is the goalpost.
That's where the point is.
First thing you do is go in the back of the net.
All you want, where you get your 3 points. So it's a sensitive area, I agree. But the goalkeeping department for this football club, they've been pressure for a second. So and it's the same guy who committed that error. Is the same guy the coach have trusted in this game. Exactly. And the first game was against Arsenal. That mistake would eat him up because he got opportunity. He could have just punched that ball out of goal. You get it. So if he's up in his game, I feel it's in the right direction to also give it to him, just as we took it off him last week, to applaud.
No, he's done so well. Yeah. What I'm saying is that Bandy has done so well so far, but just at the time of you trying to praise him, he considered a sloppy corner that he should not be considered. And that corner was what if the Fulham player had.
If Muniz are connected to that's a goal.
That's a goal.
Forget Muniz scoring. Forget Muniz scoring when he starts. It's something that the Fulham team has been dealing with. If Jimenez starts, he doesn't score. Muniz comes off the bench, he scores. If Muniz starts, he doesn't score. Jimenez comes off the bench, he scores. It's so I'm not surprised he missed the chance. He has actually gone for a spectacular where he could have gone for the simple option. So it's those kind of things with the Fulham team.
Patrick Dogu. Let me read some of the messages. 0549969996. This one says, guys, look at this. Chelsea do have a very good team, but as compared to the likes of Liverpool and Arsenal, it will come up to the defense and goalkeeper. That's where Arsenal and Liverpool look better. Okay. This one too says, Bernard, now that you are doing Football Republic, please echo more discussions on La Liga, and other leagues, and so that it's not all right. Sure. You're doing a great work. I think the person is struggling to differentiate between our voices, probably. This one says, good afternoon. Yesterday I saw Barca pouring what body and soul and spirit into the La Liga encounter with Levante to snatch a winner against the homesters. United and City need Barca's kind of commitment and determination in the EPL early this season. JB Nati from Accra. Okay. Sadie, there's somebody reacting to the discussion we're having initially about refereeing in La Liga.
Yeah.
I think Adam too can highlight that more.
It's on the low.
It's on the low.
It's on the low. It's unacceptable.
So let me read the message. It says,
look at behind the
on a more serious note, Binder, since you mentioned Binder's name, you shouldn't have actually mentioned it. Because since you mentioned it, look at what he has been doing.
His problem is he does not know how to defend set pieces.
How can you not as a goalkeeper, you should be able to command your area.
Coaches here, myself and coach.
That's what I'm saying.
Very familiar with
I have watched him for a minute. I don't think he's too commanding when there's a corner. He doesn't put himself in that space.
Look, it's about defensive organization, and coach will tell you, as a goalkeeper, you are the last line of defense, and you should be able to control your defenders, especially when set pieces are coming, because you see the bigger picture. It's like you are the bigger mirror reflecting everybody who is in front of you, and he should be telling players what to do. There cannot be a set piece or a corner to that extent. Then you have an attacker right in front of you. What are your other guys? They should come shield that attacker off you. So you get.
This is nobody shielding anybody. Oh
my goodness!
The moment the crosses, did you just see what we just saw? You saw that at the film. Other film player closer than him. Nobody punched him. He not fell down. I said, you see, for the referee in La Liga, it's gotten to a point where, like, both Barca and Real Madrid fans always pointing fingers at each other that
this one is favoring
this one is favoring this.
This one is being favored by.
I'm going to be very, very honest. Like the first 2 weekends of this season have shown me that it's not that. It's not that.
What is it?
Refereeing in the league is just bad all around. It's not really that.
So it's not
I'll give a first example. The opening weekend of the league, Barca played Mallorca, and we were on the benefiting end of some of the decisions that were taken in the game. Two of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I found the temperament with which the referee refereed the game to be strange. A lot of the decisions he took were strange. First off, the second goal that Barca scored, it resulted after a cross was played into the box.
Yeah.
The Mallorca player voluntarily headed the ball. Yeah. When he headed the ball, he kind of had like a 5-second period where, like, as if there was something wrong with him. Then he went down.
Okay.
And within like that whole period, it was like after that, within like 10 to 20 seconds, the referee was kind of considering whether to blow his whistle or not. And in that split second, the Mallorca guys kind of like locked off the game a bit, and Ferran took a shot and scored. Then an argument resulted that should the goal stand or not. Then now the player who was supposed to be injured was part of the argument. So I'm sure the referee is looking at it like, okay, you are supposed to be injured, but now you're arguing with me, and you didn't need any sort of like. So he made a goal stand.
Yeah.
And in that argument, one of their players picked a yellow card for complaining. Then a few minutes after, he clips Lamine when Lamine is trying to get a shot off at the edge of the box. That's the second yellow, which I felt was harsh. It didn't need to come that soon. Like, he could have given him a chance or two before he gave that second yellow.
Yeah.
It was too quick to give the yellow. You understand?
So it's just a general going by.
Then a few minutes after, so it was a quick sequence of events. Few minutes after, a ball goes over the top for Mallorca. It's 1v1, their striker and Joan Garcia, foot up to the keeper's face, and that is a red card.
Yeah.
So he goes off. So within like 10-15 minutes, Mallorca, the game is wide open, and they can't really find the game like a way back into the game because they are 2 men down.
Yeah.
And there's nobody's fault. It's just that the temperament of the refereeing in the game was just weird.
What of the Rafinha tackle?
That's even what I wanted to get to.
There.
That's even what I wanted to get
to.
to. I'm sorry. And for the Rafinha tackle, the way he was refereeing the game, what Rafinha did, he should have been sent off. But you don't send Rafinha off, so it makes it look like you're favoring Barcelona.
Yeah.
But there's just no consistency with the decision. Because if you take all the decisions he took that day, Rafinha shouldn't see another minute on the pitch. But he keeps Rafinha on the pitch. So it just makes everything strange.
Okay. Well, let's see. We'll be keeping tabs on Spain. It looks like this season they're up to some refereeing shenanigans.
Oh no, it's every season. And like at this point in time, I'm tired of pointing fingers.
This season we want to highlight it more.
It's something should be done about it, because usually the Premier League referees get into the news about that, but La Liga referees are really doing a good job to make the headlines themselves.
Okay, guys, let's get back to YouTube, right? The comment section.
I think you should shout a lot. If you shout a
and
lot of people out.
Yeah, a lot of people have to shout them in. But the game has ended. Halftime is goalless between Fulham and Manchester United. On YouTube, let me start off with why I ended. I think I ended at Sweet Kwame. He says, terrible awareness Fernandes. Laugh out loud.
Some people are very interested. So the day Messi blasted the ball by the bar to penalty like that, it would be terrible. Come on, man, these things happen.
Sweet Kwame comes back to say, hey, hit Bruno Shao. Another one from Fishmonger says, as a Man U fan, I'm happy he didn't score that penalty. We want to win fair and square. But how? But the fair and square, winning fair and square, converting penalties.
It's part of the game. Came and say, Sha, you didn't pass a comment. That is the man's opinion.
Thank you. Oh, coach, why would you do this?
No, when somebody said the man, Sha, you.
No, but I don't agree to it.
Allow him.
Okay. Sweet Kwame again says, Bernard and coach go explain tire.
No evidence.
United fans can talk with him. He says Vicario and Bayinda Hushan.
Oh, come on, man! We can't have this.
Okay, he said who be weak. Okay, who be weak? Mune starts no goal. Said what you were saying. Anyaku Jonah says United likely to concede the goal from a corner kick.
Because the goalkeeper is all about it. No, other film.
He says no confidence in the goalkeeper. Okay. Fishmonger again says, but the Dogo guy, he's not pure quality player.
No, let's not.
He looks like a fish out of
Abutre.
2 games. Isaac Abdullah says, why did the coach bench Shesko? I think coach has explained that. Bernard also touched on it. Sid Kwame, he's just excited that Bayinda did mess up. He say Bayinda sharp pass. He says, okay. Nathaniel Fleku says, this goalkeeper situation, there's some style. Bafo Mwako says they should bring Shesko in the second half. Okay. Saucy Frames says Bruno Pan, he has destroyed everything.
What say, Bibia?
In that commentator's voice. He says, Bafo Mwako says, Fernandez, why did he throw the penalty out of the post? Okay. Bruno has cast a spell on United fans. This guy is not needed in the current setup. If he can't play as one of the 10s, you should get him out for Baleba. Okay, United needs a new goalkeeper from Dennis. Wilson Klopp says Amorim is just another Ten Hag with. Okay, they should bring Donnarumma in the United setup. Because you need Donnarumma.
Not necessarily Donnarumma. A better goalkeeper than Bayinda and Onana finish.
Donnarumma is not better than these two.
Look, I've read and I've seen some stats about Donnarumma. I will be shocked if Pep Guardiola even goes for him.
Well, the news this morning before we came into studio was that City had reached an agreement with.
Then clearly Pep is going against his own principle. The principle for which he sacked Joe Hart.
Yeah.
The principle
so
for
a
which
goalkeeper who is comfortable with the feet passing.
And Donnarumma
is not.
Isn't.
Well,
isn't.
I mean, that's part of the reason why Luis Enrique
he's not comfortable with his feet at all. You put him under pressure, he gives it away. I mean, you can maybe as we go through, you should check the stat and compare him with that of Ederson, the one that he's likely to come and replace at Man City.
Yeah.
Compare him with the Liverpool goalkeeper. Put Onana in there. Put Onana in there. And then put the young goalkeeper that Manchester United most likely will sign latest by tomorrow.
Okay.
Just put him in there and then compare their saves, their passing range and all that. And you see that even save percentage. When I saw that, I was shocked. Donnarumma, because of his character, he's not the sort of player I want in the dressing room.
Okay.
He's part of that Mino Rowless.
Why you think he exudes bad energy?
Salary as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's not
Donnarumma exudes bad energy.
He's what?
You think he gives out some bad energy to?
Yes, yeah. I mean, we saw the manner in which he ran down his contract at AC Milan.
I'm saying you should
and some really interesting stats. And coach is right.
Stats around Donnarumma, right? Put it out for us.
Yeah, you even compare Donnarumma and Onana.
Yeah, compare them. You see,
it's
wow. What in how many games?
So for the entire season, last season,
the past season,
yeah, just the past season. When we are talking about saves percentage, obviously Donnarumma has that over Onana. But when it comes to aerials won, Onana has won more aerials, more than twice what Donnarumma won in that span of time.
That's glaring.
Yeah, and even when it comes to passes completed as well, Onana got almost double what Donnarumma got for the entirety of last season. So when it comes to the passing situation and also aerials won, it puts Onana even in a better situation than Donnarumma. Yeah.
So why is Pep going for him then?
Look, what I want you to do is that compare Donnarumma, Onana,
all right,
the
Ederson,
all right, and then put Lamens in there.
Okay. Right. So Sedi will be doing that. While Sedi is doing that, phone lines activated 0539 96 996. You can call us now 0539 986 996. If you want to text you, feel free to do so on 0549 986 996. That's the WhatsApp line.
This is another situation. Just say he's virtually lying on his back.
I'm saying,
look,
on the floor. His problem as a goalkeeper, every goalkeeper have one particular problem. He's trying.
The problem, what I don't get is
to improve.
You see, I would have accepted that if this was a goalkeeper not having decent height. He's more than 6 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. so his aerial ability is poor. I mean, when you are coming back, when you are coming out of your post for the ball, you should get to the ball.
Guys, let's hold on for me, right? Let's also get to hear from our listeners. Hi, your name, where are you calling from? Hello? Hello? Okay, the caller is not ready to talk. 0539 986 996 0549 986 996. That's the WhatsApp line. For the text lines is 0549 986 996. Hi, your name, where are you calling from?
Hey, that's okay.
Senior.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. Your name, please.
Yeah, this Bernard Abuku watching friend.
Your name, you've not mentioned your name, my brother. You've not mentioned your name. Your name,
please. Calm down.
I am down. I am calm. This is Emmanuel. Your team is currently playing goalless. I know you want to talk about it, so let me just update it for you.
Yeah, do you want to join the beef?
Do I want to do what? No, please. Talk to me. What do you want to talk about?
Charlie, this Onana guy, I think this Onana. Oh, Onana, this by any guy. Charlie, you know, Charlie, what is going on? And I agree with everything. The guys are too. They are rushing to score goals. I don't know why they are rushing. When they get to the final part of the pitch, they are rushing to score the goal. I don't know why. They should calm down, and when the goals will come. I don't know why they are rushing. See, we have to get the goalkeeper out. This goalkeeper is we don't even need the Donnarumma because after Donnarumma, his area boy is no good, and the Premier League, you have a lot of courses and all those stuff.
Okay.
Donnarumma, Donnarumma. Don't like him.
All right, thank you so much, Ima. A big fan of breasts. 054996. I mean, breasts in the French Liga. Please stop overthinking. Hi, anywhere are you calling from?
This Abi National from Wa.
Abi, what's good?
Yeah, good things are going, you know.
Abi, small play they play now. See what they do.
Oh no, me no be bread in the ear part while
Abi, it's okay. Abi, it's okay. Abi, calm down for me. Abi, I know you're a Chelsea fan, right?
I'm a Chelsea fan, but what is worrying me now nowadays is that I'm very, very much bored because I don't hear a commentary. I even gave you a text message. If it is contributing, you people should let us contribute and you bring the commentary back. If not, some of us, we can't watch television. We work on our hands. You know, you work on our hands. And when you are at workplace, you listen to the commentary. So, Citi FM, I'm pleading. I'm on my knees. I'm pleading with you. You people should bring the commentary back. So that when we sit and work, then we listen to the music, the commentary. If not, in fact, the league is boring. We don't. You cannot watch two teams at the same time. But when you are listening to the commentary, the update will be coming. You know this team is playing, this team is also playing, this team is scoring, this team they are scoring, this team. But without the commentary, in fact, we are not enjoying the league. I'm pleading with you, Citi FM. If this contributing, you will to share it among us, and we will pay. Thank you very much.
Abi, thank you so much. 054996 That's the phone line.
Even if it is contribution. Oh,
I saw someone post on one of the tweets that we should just say they'll do a GoFundMe.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to the phone lines. Hi, where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening. My name is Samson. This is my first time calling.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, bro. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. Oh, please. I have a very headache and loaded question to ask. Just one question. Why do you people stop doing the commentary? Because we always enjoy your commentary. You are not updating us, telling us anything about it. So please, tell us something, I beg you, right?
Thank you so much. You hear from us, right? Thank you so much for calling. 0549969996. Hi, where are you calling from, please?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I'm here. My name is Steven Gao. AP is in a mental.
Gao, please, what do you want to talk about?
Actually, last week and this week, Saturday, I didn't hear the commentary. Just that I tuned the radio and I've noticed they were doing different programs. And I don't know, this time around, it's our program, so people have to do something about it. So the last caller, I supported what they have just said. I think people have to do something about the commentary. We were waiting for so long till the time that people, we just started the EPL. So without the commentary, we will not enjoy the program. We should do something about it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. 053996 Second half started. Fulham taking on Manchester United. Hi, your name, where are you calling from?
Hello, I'm Maxwell calling from Dawaya.
Maxwell, what do you want to talk about, please?
We should bring the commentary, but for me, I'm visually impeded, and that's City is where I listen to. That's where we find our joy, and we listen to you every time. People should do something about it to bring that documentary. Big, wow.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Hi, your name, where are you calling from? Okay, we don't have any caller. You can text us also on 054996 Let me try and read some of the messages while we wait for our callers. Okay, hi, your name, where are you calling from?
Hello, Gabby.
Senior.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, how are you? Your name, please?
Yeah, I admire so much. You and your family over there, especially coach and the other guys.
We admire you so much, son.
Thank you very much. My name is Ima, calling from Amomole.
Okay.
Yeah, please, I would like to make an appeal because you guys can reach out to Liverpool, the top hierarchy. The way they concede, Gabby, sometimes I really just don't understand. Look at their last 5 matches during their preseason. They conceded, they scored 17 and conceded, I think, 11 or 12. It's not very bad. And this Isaac issue, left with me alone, I think they should just forget about Isaac and then go in for defenders. Because, my brother, the way Liverpool concedes is too much. I really just don't get it. Because you'll be scoring while the opponent will also be scoring at the same time as you are scoring too. Even if it is just one goal, you need to protect the goal. You see, so Gabby, please, you and coach and Benjamin Abeku and others, please try and reach out to the top hierarchy, Liverpool in London, so that we can get more defenders rather than facing Isaac. That's the little contribution I want to make.
All right, thank you so much, Ima. We appreciate you. 054996 053996 Call us. Let's talk football. Hi, your name, where are you calling from? Hello. Hello. Okay, we don't do kum kum here. 054996. Hi, your name, where are you calling from?
Yeah, hello.
My brother, your name, please.
Yeah, William. I'm calling from Accra.
Your name is what?
William.
William, talk to me. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan, and to answer your last caller, I think he showed concerns about Liverpool's defending. And yeah, we are all concerned, but I think it's due to the new additions to the defense. I think with time, yeah, there will be a balance between the defense and the midfield.
All right, thank you so much. 053996 Hi, where are you calling from, please?
Hello, yeah, I'm Black Thanos, calling from Campanu.
Your name is what?
Black Thanos.
Black Thanos?
Yeah.
As in the Thanos I know.
Come again?
Okay, talk to me, bro.
Yeah, okay. I also want to appeal on the commentary that you've taken it off. It was very enjoyable. And it would be pretty nice if you can bring it back. Yeah, that's my question.
All right, thank you so much, Black Thanos. We appreciate you, yeah? 0539. Your name, where are you calling from, please?
Hello, I'm Richard from Koforidua.
Your name is what?
Richard.
Richard from Koforidua.
Yeah, I'm calling from Koforidua.
Okay, can you speak directly into your phone? You sound very far away from your phone.
Hello?
Yes, talk to me, Richard. What do you want to talk about?
Yes. Okay, it's about the commentary. Please, we are begging of you, if you could bring it back, because you don't know what you bring to us, the joy and the pleasure you bring to us. Some of us, we work in a stressful environment, so listen to you, give us more excitement. So we are begging of you, if you can bring back the commentary. I'm a fan of Sports Anonymous too. We love the work you are doing. We appreciate it. Thank you.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling. 053996 054996 996. The WhatsApp line is 054996 You can also reach out to us via text. It's still goalless between Fulham and Manchester United at the Craven Cottage. United are looking to start from where they left off in the second half. Let me try and read some message. Said you want to say something? In the second. Yeah.
But I've gotten the data, coach
was talking about. So that's Donnarumma.
Yeah, Donnarumma.
Ederson,
Onana, and then Lamas.
Okay.
When it comes to passes completed for the season, funny enough, Lamas, because he's playing the Belgian league, we've got to consider that as well. But he is far ahead than the other guys here, and the person who actually eclipsed him is being pushed out of his team. That's Ederson. Okay. Ederson had over 90, and then Lamas had over 80, and then you have Donnarumma having completed 41.9.
Yeah.
So it falls off in that side of things. And when it comes to aerials won, as usual, Donnarumma is low and way behind, and Lamas also has better ball possession, claiming it from the aerial zone than Donnarumma. So comparatively, it's not looking so clean and good for Donnarumma. He should just go back to Italy if they can afford his wages.
Okay, let's get back to the phone lines. Hi, where are you calling from?
My name is Abu Kenneth from Akumadan.
Your name is what, please?
Abu Kenneth from Akumadan.
Safo Kenneth.
Yeah.
Safo, please talk to me. What do you want to talk about? What team do you support?
I support Chelsea, the Blues. Chelsea.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Manchester United losing to Fulham today. And
no, United have not lost to Fulham. They are currently playing. It's goalless. What did you say? Zero 054996 Hi, your name, where are you calling from, please?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, bro. Your name, please?
My name is Steven from Adenta.
Okay, Steven.
Hello.
Yeah, Steven, we are listening to you. What do you want to talk about?
Please, I beg with the message of God. Don't just appreciate our concern, right? But do something about it. No commentary, no Citi Sports. No commentary, no Citi Sports hashtag. So please do something about it. Otherwise, I will not listen to you people again. We beg you with the message of God.
All right, thank you so much. Please don't leave us, okay? 054996 Hi, your name, where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yeah, your name, please. Where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Eugene, sir. And I'm calling from IMA, sir.
Okay, Eugene, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk about the commentary. It is sometimes it's very boring on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Although you all being the update, but the commentary makes us more enjoyable. So please, we want the commentary back. I'm a Chelsea fan. Okay, please.
All right, thank you so much. So just a bit of an update. Benjamin Sesko is on for Manchester United, Teddy, right?
Yeah, Sesko on, that means Cunha drops into the 10 and then Mason Mount comes to partner with Bruno Fernandes in the middle of the pack, taking out Amad Diallo and bringing in Diego Dallo. That's what Amram has just done.
Wow, let's see if that will pay off. Let's get back to the phone lines. Hi, anyone, where are you calling from?
Hello, Gabi. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm not fine. I'm not fine at all.
Please, why?
See, tomorrow morning we'll all be at GP or your parents. You're expecting us tomorrow morning. See, if you go fund me, I make you go to pay. Go fund me. Charlie, the committee there, you come on live.
Michael, Ima, is it you? Ima, is that you?
It's me. The go fund me. You can put out for you go pay. You beg.
Oh, Ima. So, but why you don't mention? Why you don't mention?
No, you don't know what you have done to Kanye. Like you don't understand it. It's like you don't understand it.
Ima, you see, it's not. Look, we actually understand. Okay, we understand. We appreciate your concerns and whatever it is. But we appreciate. That's all I can say. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. 054996996. Hi, anyone calling from?
Gabi.
Senior.
Yeah, Ima out, Ima in. Yes.
Ima out, Ima in.
Yes, please. Yes. I also want to add my a little voice to what the two earlier callers said about the commentary, City commentary. I don't know if the bone of contention between the multi-choice and the communication ministry, I don't know if that is the reason why you people are not broadcasting this in the Premier League commentary. I don't know. I would like to know. Hello,
No, please. No, that's not the case, yeah?
Oh, that's not the case.
We put out a statement. We put out a statement to that effect, all right?
Oh, then some of us didn't come across that. I wouldn't have called to find out from you. Then please, is it through radio or television?
It was on radio.
It was on radio?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. In fact, I personally didn't come across that. Okay. Right. But if you can educate us again on that statement,
sure,
I'll be very glad.
Would get it for you. Okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. 053996996. Hi, your name and where are you calling from, please?
Hi, my name is Obed. I'm calling from East Legon. I want to make a statement. I'm a Chelsea supporter.
Okay.
So I want you guys to take note of this particular thing. Chelsea is going to struggle in the season, not because they lack quality, but because they have become a motivation because of winning the Club World Cup. And then a lot of teams coming up against Chelsea will really, really love to prove a point.
Well, I think we lost that caller. 054996996. Hi, your name, where are you calling from, please? Hello? Okay. Caller is not ready. 053996996. Hi, your name, where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, talk to me, please. Your name?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, I can hear you. Your name, please. Where are you calling from?
This is Murutala from Asamen Kesi.
Mutala, what do you want to talk about? What team do you support?
I'm a great Manchester United fan.
Okay, so just a quick update for you. Your team has just taken the lead against Fulham. Lenny Joro. Wow. How do you feel about that?
Go!
Oh, Ima.
Go! Wow, that is what I've been waiting.
Yeah, you've been waiting for that, right?
Very definitely, guys.
Yeah, so that's Lenny Euro giving you the first goal, 57 minutes.
I'm very excited, and I know coach there is very excited.
Yeah, coach is
and
awesome.
This is the first time I'm watching you on TV, the Republic football.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate. Please stay with us every Saturday on Sunday, okay?
Yeah, I'm watching you, but I'm a long time listener of Citi FM.
Oh, okay.
To Citi TV and.
Yeah, it's not Channel 1 TV.
Yeah, it has been a while tuning in and listening to it, but I come across the commentary. the commentary is our thing. It's just we are begging Master Samuel Atamense and the people at the top, Mr. Bernard Avile, and the owner of CTFM. We are begging them. We know the subscription is very high. We know the management of the money is too high, but you know they can do something about it, because our Saturday and Sunday, even the midweek matches, the FA matches, I know what CTFM has started this commentary since 18 years ago. That makes CTFM a CTFM. We are begging. We are on our knees. We are begging. Because Ghana is not... Ghana need to say about our league, Ghana, the Premier League, it's a better CTFM for.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, yeah? 0539969996. Hi, and where are you calling from, please?
Hi, my name is Obed. I'm back again. So, yes, I was making the point of Chelsea.
Oh, okay, yeah, we lost you, Dennis.
Season. Exactly.
Obed, sorry. Obed, right?
Yes, Coach Nimile. Yes, Obed. Coach Nimile. Tell him that I really, really love his energy and I want to buy out his interest in United. I want to buy his loyalty so he will come and support Chelsea. So he should name his price. How much is it going to cost him for us to get him on the side of Chelsea?
Coach, will it work? Will it work for you? Coach,
he said what? Coach, he says what? Coach was about to score. He wants to buy my energy for me to support you. Support Chelsea.
He's not interested, please. He's not interested.
Coach, he means he'll talk to Todd Bowley. He'll talk to Todd. So that the release clause, they'll pay the release clause.
0539969996. Hi, you know where you're calling from, please?
Yeah, hi, my name is Simano. Gabi, how are you doing too?
I'm doing super good. How are you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I'm also doing very well by the grace of God.
Nice one.
I think our listeners and our viewers don't really know what is happening. It is not about any legal issues. It's all about finances. And so the likes of Abi National and things, I think CTFM should reach out to him, get to know how much he can offer, because I believe CTFM too has a particular threshold they would want to pay. So it is not about anything. It's just about the money. And so if the supporters calling for the live commentary of the EPL, if we cannot put our money together and get to CTFM and say this is what we have also gathered, and so try to help us get our commentary back. I also like the Football Republic show. I like it so much. And keep it up. Please don't be contaminated by roping in GPF, because since they didn't bother you into anything, I would not also want you to factor them into our Football Republic. Saturday, Sunday, please.
No, but you see, it's the Football Republic
minus the GPF.
Somebody invites you to come for their Congress and they will not give you the due respect. And you want to also honor them by putting them on your program, please. Let's go EPL. Let's go La Liga.
How about the Black Stars when they are playing? How about the Black Stars? What should we do with the national teams?
Well, I stopped supporting them since 2010. It's been 15 years and still counting. When Kofi Adam said he was going to give us budget and things, what has he done about that? We have just lost focus on them. And so it's our EPL, my team Liverpool, that ends it. To hell with anything Ghana football.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We've got like 10 minutes more. Let's see if we can still get more, some more callers. 0549. Hi, where are you calling from, please? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, my brother, talk to me. Your name, please.
This is Jonas from Risco.
I didn't get your name, please.
Jonas.
Yeah,
Jonas. J-N-A-S.
Jonas. Oh, okay. Jonas.
Yes.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I just want to comment on. I've heard a lot of people trying to bring in how do you call it? People trying to make it seem City doesn't want to. It's not City that doesn't want to. City is trying. And I think we can only support them. And someone mentioned NCNC, no contribution, no job, right? Maybe we can try that, but I think we can just continue supporting them. And we love CTFM. So whether football, whether EPL commentary or Republic of Football, we are still going to listen and we are going to support. And I think it's already started. The season has already started. I don't know, but I think that ship has a long sail. So we should just continue supporting them. And, well, that's just it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. We'll take our final caller, and I'll bring you up to speed. I'll update you from all the leagues, the French Liga and the Spanish La Liga and the rest. Hi, your name, where are you calling from, please? Final caller.
Yeah, hello. My name is Samuel, calling from Lakeside.
Sammy, talk to me. What team do you support?
I'm a Chelsea fan.
Wow, I'm sure you've been watching that highlight over and over.
Oh, it was a very, very, very nice game. And about the commentary thing, I read the statement you put on S, and we understand. I don't know if people can do the GoFundMe thing for us, but I will be able to at least contribute something small and then bring the commentary back. Because some of us, the kind of jobs we're doing, we can't watch the telly. You have to listen to radio, and you are the only person who is helping us with it. When it comes to, I saw some other stations trying to do it, but it didn't go well. It's not going like the way we used to see it on Citi. Yeah, so we beg, we want people back. Yeah, about Chelsea, I'm very, very happy with the way we played this weekend on Friday. The score was very good. I think we have some defensive problems that we need to work on. Yeah, we need a defender because the defenders we have there, we need a very experienced defender. It pains me that we have to let go someone like Thiago Silva. Like, he needs to be in the midst of those young boys, to putting them on the right track. Apart from that, I think it's solid to be able to compete enough for the league this season.
All right, thank you so much. That's it with the call segment. We appreciate everyone who called. Let me just do a quick update, take you around the world and bring you up to speed. Well, Manchester United have scored. They've taken the lead against Fulham, just in case you missed it. Lenny Yoro with a goal for United. Early on, we had Everton beating Brighton by 2-0. Crystal Palace also played out a 1-0 draw with Forest. For the French Liga, Lorient beat Rennes by 4-0. Le Havre and Lens are still playing. It's 80 minutes. Lens with a 2-1 lead against Le Havre. Strasbourg has just taken the lead against Nantes. 82 minutes. Toulouse 2, Brest 0. Lille will take on Monaco at 6:45 p.m. For the German Bundesliga, SC Cologne, they beat Mainz by 1-0. Borussia Mönchengladbach played out a goalless draw with Hamburg SV, 67 minutes. Taking into the Italian Serie A, Cagliari are taking on Fiorentina, 26 minutes, goalless. Como also taking on Lazio, 24 minutes, is goalless. Atalanta will take on Pisa at 6:45 p.m. Same time, we'll see Juventus up against Parma in that Serie A match day 1. For the La Liga, we have Osasuna. They are looking like wrapping up with all 3 points against Valencia. It's 1-0 for Osasuna. Real Sociedad will take on Espanyol 5:30, and then Villarreal will take on Girona same time at 5:30. 7:30. The Madrid fans can't wait. They take on Real Oviedo in the La Liga match day 2. Let me see if I can chip in. Somebody texted me and said I should do the Portuguese league too. So let me see if I can update the Portuguese league. Okay, so today we have FC Porto will take on Casapia at 5 p.m. Let's behave ourselves. And then at 7:30 is Braga taking on AFC. For the United game, is 68 minutes played. Fulham 1. Nope. Fulham 0. Manchester United 1. So we have the fixtures on your screen for La Liga and also the Italian Serie A. Let's see if we can put a few stats around players. We spoke about Bruno Fernandes and also we touched a bit on. We'll see if we can do Calvin Bassey, Matheus Cunha, and Mason Mount. If we can have our stats displayed on the page. But let me just take a quick thought from the guys. You have just 4 minutes to wrap up. Citi, impressed with United so far, taking a lead through Lenny Euro. Can they wrap it up?
The most important statistics in football is the number of goals scored and conceded. As at now, it's looking all green.
So Mason Mount is off. Is that Ugarte?
Yeah.
Ugarte on for
AKA 3 seconds.
Why do you call him that? Another topic for
another day.
I'm sure he's probably trying to say he treats the ball like a hot potato. So that's what he's probably trying to say. But I think United have done a good job.
Yeah. They can wrap it up first win of the season.
I hope they wrap it up. Like Fulham know how to nick those kind of goals and get the draw and get the points. But I hope United wrap it up because the performance they put up last week and this performance, I think they deserve some 3 points to start the season with and get their confidence up because your first 5 games of the season are really, really important, especially to the confidence of the team and the kind of things you want to achieve in the season. So losing the first game against Arsenal after the kind of performance they put up, they should wrap this up to start the role of building their confidence because their players who need it and because there are a lot of additions and they are trying to do things differently and play at a higher level this season. I've liked the performance so far. I feel like the performance against Arsenal was a bit better. Yeah, just a bit better than this performance. I feel like they were better all around as a team against Arsenal, but decent performance here too, and they look to be wrapping the points, which I hope they do.
Okay, so the stats for some players are on your screen. So we'll talk Bruno Fernandes, Matheus Cunha, Calvin Bassey, and Mason Mount. So it will be changing as it went. Bernard, quick thoughts on United Fulham. Who's winning this?
I agree with them. Fulham didn't come like an Arsenal. They are quite physical, and they are going toe to toe with you if you want, boot for boot, to try and win the ball. And they didn't come the flair Arsenal. We want to pass it occasionally and what have you. So the flow of United reduced when. Of course, coach also mentioned that initially from the earlier stages of the game, and it has been like that for a minute. I feel. If United will get another goal, it would be dependent on their movement. Then again, they need to move a little sharper than Fulham, or cause them in the critical areas to commit some fouls and see if they can get something from set pieces. But I don't see United getting another goal because it's about their defensive composure, Fulham, and how they're able to do. They keep pressing, they keep committing United to be making the little mistakes, and we just saw that from Shaw as well. It also transpired.
These are enforced errors.
Yeah,
Bruno Fernandes showed I gave you the simple pass. You can't make this pass.
Simple pass.
Experienced player like that.
So I'm saying the players should calm down. I think they're overthinking, and all of that. So yeah.
Coach, you have the final say, and it's a wrap.
So far, it's a keenly contested game, without a doubt. Fulham are come. That's a good one. Come across.
Too early.
Good clearance from Patrick.
Look at that look.
Diego.
Come on, you just let him win the ball back.
Diego Armando Diallo.
What? I saw the goal.
I saw it.
Oh, he just came onto the pitch.
He literally just
saw it
together with Raul.
You see, what was
Raul Jimenez?
He just gave the ball away.
You see, coach complained when Dallo lost the ball, and I was like, you just gave the ball away in that.
So Fulham have equalized 72 minutes. Just when we thought that United were going to run away,
he just
with
gave
all
the ball
3
away.
points.
What was he doing?
Manchester United won.
What was he doing? Look at it. This is the ball. The ball came to the.
He literally gave the ball away.
He had a lot of space in front of him, and he was
So
not
the
watching.
recycled play.
Just recycled.
Yeah, they recycled the play. Bassey hits a low cross. It was missed by Jimenez, right?
It will be.
He will
not communicate because if he had communicated,
he should be the last guy in the defensive fold. And
no communication. No communication at all.
He's not talking. But in there, he's not talking, and that's his problem.
Wow.
Because he should have seen the run. You see, if he had spoken, delete. If you look at delete, he just shaded the ball, thinking that there was nobody coming from behind.
Absolutely, there was no danger. And Baindo should have spoken and said that, look, go in for the ball.
Okay, coach, let's wrap up. Okay, I know we'll sit in.
That's foul.
So what do you think United can do in the next 10 minutes? to see this out.
They have to
if
calm
if
down.
They have to
just calm down and play your game, because in the second half it's been very, very scrappy. Another clear indication that this team needs to go and buy a midfielder. They really need to go and buy a midfielder, because whatever is there, this is not the sort of midfielder you want to play with at all. If they had a proper midfielder, this is a winnable game. This is a game they should be winning with ease.
And I think you can pardon coach, because Baleba comes with, he's able to destroy opposition attack and able to, when the team is in possession of the ball, he's able to run with the ball also into the opposition half, and he combines that perfectly, Baleba. So if you watch him in a united setup in the middle, he will be able to contribute a lot at that age, 21, because he'll be running back and forth, winning balls and blocking, opposition threats and so. And I feel that's what United is lacking, and that's what coach has been talking about.
Well, let's see. 74 minutes. It's Fulham 1. That's Manchester United 1. There's more football talk later on Channel 1 TV. Scorecard is on. Coach Christopher Nimley will be on the tactical board to do her stuff, what he loves doing the most. Join Benjamin Nketiah and the guys, Kelvin Edem Kai, to put together some sweet content for you at 9 p.m., right?
Yeah, 9 p.m.
9 to 10:30.
9 to 10:30, we are back.
Do you want to give our viewers what's to come?
It's
in the box.
It's in the box.
Thank you so much, guys. Coach Christopher Nimley, Bernard Abeiko, Kelvin Edem Kai, Sedina Medmond, William Ashri with supports, and Edwin Kwakofi with huge supports, displaying all the graphics for you to make this a success. And also, we appreciate all those who called in to voice out their concerns. We appreciate, we've taken notice of everything. And also, our YouTube guys, wonderful people with very sweet messages and stuff. Seeing people talking about what coach did to my head, but it's fine.
Welcome. Look at it. Look at the flashiness of the hair on there.
I thought you were not going to talk about it again.
You brought it. You want me
to? We'll be back same time next week, Saturday, Sunday.
I'm tempted to say it's 1-1 between House of Folk and Ibiani Stars. I won't say it.
The guy cut off right. The people say we shouldn't miss it.
It's Lions and Gold Stars.
Gold Stars, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
We'll be back same time next week, Saturday, Sunday. Benjamin Nketiah, myself, Bernard Abeiko, all the guys will be around to make this a success. Let's not forget, one of our chaps also helping make this successful is Emmanuel Kubuafo, helping with the graphics display as well, also making the show a success. We appreciate you, all those who watched on Channel 1 TV. We'll back same time next week. And YouTube as well.
Testing from Jamaica.
Yes. Oh, really?
Jamaica, yeah.
That's the country you want to go, yeah?
Yeah.
Beautiful people.
Sweet people.
Oh, nice. Is he Bernardi for allowing you close?
We put some nuts and bonnet.
It's okay. Thank you so much for listening. 97.3. I'm Gabi Ofe. It's been a lovely show, The Republic of Football. Enjoy the rest of your night.